Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Thunderstorm League of Racing. On the show tonight, it is the All-Star Race from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Before we get started, I want to thank our channel partners. First off, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. New episodes every Tuesday on their YouTube, and Wrestling Over Everything. If you're into wrestling, TNA, WWE, New Japan, AEW, go check them out on Facebook. Links are down in the description. In the broadcast booth with me tonight, it is Mr. Simon Grills and special guest J.D. Laird for the Open. How are you doing, guys?
Doing great. How are you doing tonight, AJ?
I'm all right. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but you'll have that. But yeah. JD, you've run a lot of laps so far tonight. What is it going to take to get around these COT cars, the cars of tomorrow? 10-year-old cars, put it even better. What is it going to take to win here tonight?
What's cool is that this car is my era. Like, this is my era of sim racing. So it's a nice throwback. It's a nice nod to the old style of sim racing. So it's gonna be cool to watch. But this car it's gonna take a lot of patience because this car's got a lot of speed built into it. It feels like it's got a lot of grip, but it snaps around a little bit, especially on the front straightaway. It can get really funky entering turn one. So you have to really back yourself down and focus on the end of the race, saving your tires. It's going to be cool to watch these guys go at it for these two segments, so we're in for a treat.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Going to give you a little bit of a race rundown, courtesy of Chase Baker. The open race, it is 40 laps, two 20-lap segments. Top three in each segment advance to the All-Star race. Caution laps do not count. That is just for the All-Star Open. For the All-Star race tonight, it's 75 laps. Segment 1, 20 laps. Segment 2, another 20 laps. Segment 3, what do you know? Another 20 laps. And then segment 4, it is going to be 15 laps. The winner of segment 1 and 2 will go to the back of the field for segments 2 and 3. Oh, I see what they're doing. So if you win a segment, you go to the back. The winner of the third segment will start up front for segment number 4. So you really need to fight with traffic this whole time. So JD, I know you are a very fast driver when it comes to the Thunderstorm League of Racing. What does it kind of mean to get around the new Atlanta Motor Speedway? Because the last time these COT cars have seen Atlanta, it was the old, bumpy, tire will literally murder. How does everything change now that it's pretty much a 1.5 mile super speedway?
It changes a little bit. It's still the COT. It's still Atlanta. We're hauling into these corners at 200 plus. So you have, like I said earlier, you have to use the patience because you can blow the tires off here, not even thinking about it. One thing too with the way this car drives, like you can get it if you get it into the corner, you have to make sure you keep it slowed down because if you don't, it could toss the nose very quickly. So it still has a little bit of the difficulty as the old Atlanta, even though the old Atlanta, you're on top of the racetrack, slipping and sliding, tires are burning off as soon as you look at them. But it's different, but it's gonna kind of react the same. Like you can kind of move around a little bit in 1 and 2. You can kind of move around a little bit in 3 and 4. And once the tires wear off, it's gonna be who has managed it the best. And that's basically exactly like how old Atlanta is.
Oh, this is gonna be really fun. Kind of looking at Alexander Balderas. Hits the wall coming out of turn 2. Definitely something you don't want to do on that qualifying attempt, especially since you really want to start up front. So his second lap is probably going to be no good, but he's going to have to go off his first lap at 29.2, which is almost a second slower to Ryan Vargas's 28.33. Mr. Xfinity himself. Man, it looks like it's really tight out of turn 2.
Yeah, it is like I said, like if you don't attack the corner the correct way, it will toss a nose. Like he just tossed a nose through three in the center 3 and 4 there. Like it's all about the patience. It's all about backing it up. It's all about focusing on the exit. You have a lot. You feel like you have a lot of grip because it's got new pavement, but when you go into the corner, you don't have all the downforce that we're used to nowadays, and it's a lot of horsepower. So you really has he about knocked the wall down again. It's like you have to really back it down and be patient with it. Because if you try to oh my god, if you try to overstep the
Wow.
boundary, it's gonna bite you. And
You
that's what the
go.
COT did. Like if you overstep the boundary, it's gonna bite you. So you just have like I keep reiterating, like these guys, it's a different type of race tonight with this car.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. Simon, we haven't heard you in a while. Have you ever raced the COT vehicle?
I have. This was, like he was saying earlier, when I was a kid, these were the cars. It was the high horsepower, arguably the least stock car a stock car has ever been, but this racing was the most exciting I think I've seen in my life.
See, when I think of COT, I don't think of the Gen 2 COT. I think of the ugly winged COT because I thought
Oh,
those cars looked awesome.
The parachute wings.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent
love
on that. Let's
those.
not talk about an abomination of a car.
But it was safer. So as we're pretty much set in the lineup so far, the only 3 drivers that have not taken a time yet, David Cabrera and Dylan Basin. I think Cabrera is actually in the race tonight, but here comes Garrett Britton in the 98, obviously Chevy Impala, but you know, they're all Chevy Impalas. It's like the ARCA vehicles. Let's see what he can do out on the racetrack. We've seen a lot of people kill that turn 2 wall and the turn 4 wall. Let's see if he's able to back up those turns. Oh, never mind.
He didn't turn a lap in practice, so if he's gonna haul it off into turn 1 thinking that he's got grip, it's gonna be very entertaining to see how he attacks this.
Well, he probably thought it in 3 and 4, and it didn't. Actually, he's holding the middle of the racetrack, actually cutting down, not looking too bad.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to complete one. He's not gonna be able to get a second one in because the session's about gonna end. But the fact that he didn't knock the wall down and kept it down, I mean, it might not be fast, but it's at least telling himself that he knows that he can go a little bit harder instead of going balls deep and just knocking the fence down.
And that first lap will get him P16. See if he can improve. He's definitely digging a little harder. Gonna still stay off the wall. I don't know if he's gonna make it back to the line. He's gonna make it close.
He's still playing. I mean, he still played it safe. Like he's keeping himself in between the wall and the apron. He's not really maximizing his entries. Not really maximizing the apex.
And there it is. He's gonna have to start P16.
I mean, with the way this race is, and like it can, like this car can get really funky the first couple of laps on the entry to one. It feels like the left rear bottoms out, or the tires are just cold and doesn't react to the transition very well because the front straightaway is a little bit banked, kind of different. But once you get past those first couple of laps, we'll be all right. But now it's your turn to rip the grid down.
Yeah, it is my turn. Starting on the front row, it is Ryan Vargas and River Page. Row number 2, it's Chris Brown and Zach Duscher. Row number 3, James Thurston, Lucas Martin. Row 4, CJ Almond and Philip Bridgman. Row number 5, Michael Eckhart and Clay Nelson. Row 6, Charles Bachman, Alexander Balderas. Row 7, Andy Ennis and Tony Edrington. Row 8, Jonathan Dolly and Garrett Britton. And I don't think Zeke Willis, Dylan Basin, it looks like Isaac Wilson gridded, but I think he's going to be the last one to grid as everybody else is into the feature. I think they're just in here to watch when they could be watching the wonderful broadcast that I have up for everybody. So, picks for the Open tonight with the caveat of we get 2 20-lap segments. Who do you think is going to be your top 3 in the first segment? JD, I'm going to start with you.
I can't not pick Ryan Vargas in this one. Like I've raced with him enough. He won Darlington, So I don't know why he's in here, but he won Darlington. He's solid in the game and solid enough as a real life racer. So he's got the experience to go through there. River Page, I've seen with him with IDK stuff. I figured he'd be good. And I kind of feel like James Thurston showed a lot of Darlington as well, and that's a driver's racetrack, so I can see that being the top 3 coming out of the first segment.
Yeah, that's probably a good pull. Simon, I know you don't know a lot when it comes to the Thunderstorm League of Racing, so I wasn't really going to ask you, but there is the name Ryan Vargas in here as he lights up his tires to get off pit road. I'm actually going to shoot with Vargas, Thurston, and I'm going to say Duscher, honestly.
If I have to pick one, I'm going to pick Jonathan Dolly just because he's racing one of my favorite paint schemes.
Oh, let's go take a look at that. That is the Jimmy Johnson 48. That's the 4th of July one from 2010? 2011?
10 or 11, somewhere in there.
Because, you know, I'm lucky if I remember breakfast. But we're already half a lap away from going green. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, caution laps do not count. So we could be here for a very, very, and I will say very long time.
Yeah, please don't say that.
Well, but you'd be okay with it in the feature, right? Since you're in there.
I mean, maybe depending on how my race is gonna go, but I would love just to go bang, 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 bang. Well, that's gonna be a clip for the broadcast, but I just want to get the sessions done. And here we go, pace car is off. It's time to have some fun for the Open, baby.
All right, we are waiting for it. Green here for the All-Star Open. Ryan Vargas and the 24 of River Page side by side as they head down towards turn 1. Let's see how strong that outside is to start.
Topside looks like it's going to hold a little bit. River Page is able to get a
90,
run.
96 in the wall, falling backwards.
This is how I kind of feel like oh god, these guys are learning the limits out here in the center of the corner, but this is how I kind of figured it was going to be. As River Page clears Ryan Vargas. But I figured this is what's going to be like. These two know that. Whoo, man. Everybody's trying to figure out what it's like entering the corner. It's a little sketch.
It is very sketchy. You see the 26 of Vargas get out of the gas there so he didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, everybody seems to be settling in. Vargas trying to run the middle, Page running the bottom. Everybody's just kind of spread out, just letting it play out and see how the race goes on for a little bit. It's only a 20-lap segment from here. So we'll see if anybody's got an ace in their sleeve or anything like that, but so far, everything looks pretty tame.
Yeah, so far so good. Everybody doing a really good job to keep their race cars going the correct direction. Hopefully I didn't just jinx anybody. But your top 3 right now is Page, Vargas, and Brown. After those 20 laps, that's where you want to be. And I think they're just going to park the top 3 and advance them after the first segment. But look at this battle up front. Vargas is really putting the pressure on Page. Ooh, yeah, pretty much everybody behind them smacks the wall.
I think these top 2 are going to play it really smart. Like you said, top 3 earlier in the broadcast, top 3 in the first segment advance on to the All-Star. These guys are doing a real good job maintaining the gap with third behind them with Chris Brown, Duscher, and Thurston, who just started to make the move for fourth. So they're just buying their time a little bit. You see Brown trying to run the top with the cutback, trying to get the run down the banking, and it might work, but that might burn your tires up a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't run enough laps, but I think it'll be okay. As he just knocks the wall down entering the set of 3 and 4, and Thurston goes to third.
Yeah, that's exactly where Thurston wants to be, but look at that left side. It is completely destroyed on that right front. Trying to get a better view of it. If anything, we'll jump to that right front camera. There it is. It's almost running a modified on that right front camera.
Yeah, these cars are bricks. They'll be all right. Vargas is now making the move underneath River Page, rolling the bottom.
the setup for that pass was beautiful coming out of turn 2.
And not clear yet. They're going to be side by side all the way to the exit of turn 2. You see Page lift just a tad and pretty much live to fight another day as he's going to go on right underneath Vargas again.
I guess these guys want to make it a little entertaining for the broadcast because they're trying to have a little bit of fun up here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, after stage 1 or segment 1, when they get told, hey, congratulations, you made the All-Star race, park it.
Yeah, we'll lose that. As you see, like Thurston's trying to do that cutback. He ended right up against the fence doing that and cutting down right to the bottom. Chris Brown tried to do the same. It might be working. I mean, Thurston's starting to click up some pretty good lap times right now compared to these two that are going side by side.
I think Thurston really is playing the strategy and realizing what this car can do. You mentioned it, JD. He's starting high and like reverse diamonding the turn.
Yeah, it can work. Like I see showing, but it can burn your tires up. These two running side by side, they're playing nice with each other, but it's definitely making it a lot more entertaining for Thurston and the broadcast because we're about to have a 3-way battle for this lead.
We are, and Chris Brown is not that far behind. He's only about a half a second, so he is literally sitting in the wings for an incident with these top couple drivers.
One thing too with Chris Brown, he's sitting there in 4th. Like it's gonna take him like the next 10 laps to get to Thurston and maybe the top 2. But he's doing that same high entry cutback, and it seems to be working. He understands the limits, and he's pushing those limits just enough to get the maximum amount of arc, maximum amount of space, and it's working out for him pretty good.
They are side by side up front once again. And Vargas with a very good entry through 1 and 2, and is gonna hold it off of Thurston in the wall.
Ooh, and here comes River Page going at it again. Like they're making it entertaining, I can tell you that. But I would be furious at this right now because it's like you guys are in by a mile. Like one slip up with this car, and they're both wiped out, and then they're screwed. So it's just. I wouldn't really want to go with it. Like, River Page sails it through center 1 and 2, gets it off. Vargas with the cutback, he's not going to get enough of a run. So River Page holds the lead off at 2. But like I said, I would be getting heated at this point. It's like, can we just figure it out? That's Thurston. I think he might have knocked the wall down again. But it's... Man, it's like it's a 20-lap segment. You guys are walking away with this. We should, like, simmer down and just run away.
Yeah, they are honestly burning it to the ground so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's kind of spread out now. River Page got up to about 5-6 car length lead. Everybody's moved up, especially in 3 and 4. Everybody's starting to catch on to that cutback. Like, I know it's difficult running bottom on both ends because you really have to slow the car down. Like this arc could possibly burn the right front off, but the way this setup drove for the little bit that I did, it's really the only way to make sure you don't toss the nose on exit. So this might be the only way that they can make it work.
Yeah, and them being the way they are now, they are re-pulling away from Thurston and Brown. But Thurston needs to get going because Brown is right behind him as there it is again. With just a couple laps remaining in the first segment.
Also note, these guys qualified at a 28:30, and right now we're running 30.0s. We've slowed down almost we're at second and 3/4, approaching 2 seconds. Like this is what I was saying. Like it's all about managing the tires because like this car has got essentially no downforce, but it's got a lot of speed. So you have to be patient with it.
You really do have to be patient. With the next-gen vehicles that we see on TV.
Chris Brown in the wall behind Thurston, but he managed to keep it pointed straight.
Yeah, it seems like you mentioned, these cars are absolute bricks, and there's Thurston touching the wall too. Simon, how hard is it to drive these vehicles?
It's extremely difficult. nothing's pushing you back down into the ground, anything like these newer cars. And I actually ran 20 laps with this car and track combo the other night because I was bored and I was curious. And these guys are gonna battle all night long.
Well, that's
Not just each other, but they're battling those cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're battling the cars, they're battling the racetrack, they're battling their vehicle as well. You know, there's 3 types of battling that we're seeing tonight that you put a great view on. It's the car, the track, and other cars. As we're coming to the end of stage 1 in just 3 laps, Thurston is still your third place driver. He would advance. Not if he keeps hitting that wall. But JD, you mentioned these cars are absolute brick houses. They can take a beating. It's kind of like the Xfinity cars now.
Yeah, the real life Xfinity cars. In iRacing, the Xfinity car, it's like paper mache. You blow on it wrong, and it's just gonna fall apart. But these cars are they can take the hit. It's somewhat like the next gen. It's not as strong. Doesn't have the integrity, but you can bounce around a little bit, and there's not a lot of downforce as Thurston gets the wall again. But it looks like pretty much the top 3 are set in stone. Vargas looks like he's got all windshield, and we're about to take the white flag to end segment 1.
Yeah, we are. And there's a little bit of separation as it goes. So it looks like Ryan Vargas on this last lap, or this might be the white flag lap. Because I don't know if they're doing the completion or the start.
This should be the white coming to the checkered right now.
Okay. And to the line, Ryan Vargas is going to advance to the All-Star race. He's going to burn it down in turn 1. Also advancing, it is River Page and James Thurston. We're going to throw out this caution to maneuver these 3 drivers off the track so they can get ready for an All-Star event in just about an hour.
By the way, I would like to mention the top 3 were my 3 in order. Now it's going to be see what everybody's going to do for segment 2. I feel like the 3 big hitters are gone. It's now wide open from here. Hopefully everybody fixed their damage and gets a new set of tires and a new set of boots. And we still got another 20 laps to go to throw this down.
Yes, we do. So let's see the leaderboard as it figures out as they parked Vargas, Thurston, and Page. As everybody's coming down pit road, there's Chris Brown, followed by Charles Bachman, Michael Eckhart. So let's see what they do. Do you expect them to take all 4 tires?
Oh, absolutely. If you leave left side tires off my race car, I'm coming back in and I'm going to whomp you.
Well,
I do not.
Look at Jonathan Dolly. He stayed out.
He didn't. He was sitting on pit road and left before the field came by. So right now he's trapped behind the pace car. He'll get a wave around here. But Chris Brown, I believe, came out as the first guy off of pit road. So everybody, it didn't look like he fixed any damage or anything like that. So it looks like we're just going to go ahead and roll with the bent race car and hope for the best.
Yeah, I don't know how much aero it messes with the car being kind of bent to crap or missing a couple parts, but it very much looked like Thurston was moving faster with that right front pushed in.
I don't think the damage really helped him at all in that. I think it's just along the lines of he knew a limit, and you can't really, like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, you can't really overstep it. Like you have to find the limit and get to it. Like I wish the setup was a lot looser, but you have to get to the limit and just nudge it little bit by little bit by little bit. If you try to overstep it, you run into a problem.
As we are already starting to get side by side here with probably just about another lap to go, we are going to go to a quick commercial break with the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join Nerds Doing Nerd Things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
All right, everybody. We just had our segment 1 finish. That was Vargas, Page, and Thurston advancing to the All-Star event in just about an hour. But right now, it is segment number 2. Starting with you, JD, after what you saw in segment 1, who you picking here?
I mean, I didn't really see much as far as anywhere from like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in the race because the top 3 kind of put on a show. But Chris Brown hung on pretty good. I expect him to be the next one in. Michael Eckert, who hasn't had who's had a rough couple of races in the regular series.
Oh God, let's not talk about Watkins Glen and then the Radioactive that came out just yesterday.
Well, we're not. I didn't want to go into that much detail, but he's sitting there in 6th. Like he's in a transfer. Well, he will be 3rd, but he's sitting in a transfer spot right now. So he's sitting pretty. Like that's not a bad deal if he can manage to keep it in between the walls and off the apron and keep it pointed straight and going all windshield. He'll sneak in here. Like that'll be entertaining to see. I'm pulling for Eckert.
Well, I'd love to see him in it just with all the issues he's had throughout the season. Not all of his own fault. Well, last week, yeah, kind of. But let's not talk about Watkins Glen. Everybody go back and watch it. And go back and watch the Radioactive. It was absolutely hilarious. And what Noah did with the Michael Eckhart crash counter, perfect. Funny as hell. Simon, who you picking, pal?
I'm going with the 51.
Okay.
Taking off paint tonight.
You got 2 other drivers to pick, my friend.
2 other drivers. All right, let's go. Let's go with the 36 and the 97.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. All right. Well, Duscher's always been fast. Chris Brown kind of showed some things in the first segment. And you know what? I'm going to go with you, JD. I'm going to pick Michael Eckhart just to, try to give him like a big pat on the back and everything there.
Yeah, and hopefully at the end of the night we can all grab some buds like on the back of his card because he's running a Budweiser scheme. So hopefully he puts us all in a good mood at the end of the race, throws down some Budweisers, and we can have a good time. Boy, maybe some Burger King behind him, but we'll be all right with that. Maybe some Zaxby's.
And I wasn't hungry before.
My bad.
So thanks.
That's all right. I had In-N-Out. I'm full. Like,
yeah,
what?
whoa. You're not
Shout
gonna
out
share?
No, it's all. I ain't sharing any of my food when it's in and out. It's all mine.
We don't have an in and out around here, but there goes the pace car right off the track. And here we go for stage number 2. It's Chris Brown, Charles Bachman on that front row. Great restart by the 36 of Brown. But here comes the 97, giving Bachman a huge shove. That's CJ Almond. I think we're going to see a lot tighter of racing now that you don't have Vargas, Page, and Thurston here. As the 51 hits the wall hard, coming out of 2. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Somebody was
I
just...
cannot believe the 93 just saved that car.
That sounds like Isaac Wilson.
Oh, 36 on the wall in the front straightaway. Him and Ecker got into it. Does a good job. Oh, it gets hit again.
Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt
I'm never
the morning.
picking cars again.
Were those all of your cars that just did that?
Yes.
Ouch.
Note to
Yes, it
self:
was.
do not listen to Simon for anything with a lottery ever.
Well, here it is.
Never.
Little bump there. And there he goes. Ooh. Well,
Yeah.
that's
And if it
gonna
was
hurt in the
like-
morning.
If that was an Xfinity car or even the next gen, you could probably could have gotten away with that. But these cars are going so fast, and they have nothing to hold them down as far as downforce that you really can't get away with doing things like that. It's an end game goal. You have to focus on getting to the end. You're already second. Was it really worth it trying to move that out of the way? So hopefully Chris it's not totally killed, and see if he can get back up there and charge up the third. The 15, however, is not looking pretty with the collateral.
But look at that 15 like you mentioned, and look at the 48 in front of them. Completely destroyed. Still probably raceable after they have about 5 or so minutes of damage repair. I've never raced in one of these vehicles, so I can only imagine how much time they're going to spend on pit road trying to fix it.
And my comment about Chris Brown being able to fix it, it is not fixable. Him and Chris Brown and Zach Duscher have both just pulled it in behind the wall, and they are done for their night. Their all-star hopes are over.
That's unfortunate. Up front, though. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Michael Eckhart in that Budweiser 26 scheme right there. Wish there was a couple people to talk to in the Discord right now, like a certain Mr. Vargas, to interview. That would have been nice and cool.
By the way, I didn't even realize he was actually committing to race because he was sitting there lurking the whole time. He will restart P4. Dylan Basin. I had a moment with him in Vegas. I kind of destroyed him after a certain incident happened. So he's a dark. I mean, I don't want to call him a dark horse because for me, like being around sim racing as long as I have, he's far from a dark horse. So I didn't even know that he was lurking around. So he's just sitting there being quiet, and he's sitting there sniffing at a transfer spot too. So I wouldn't be set on this top 3. He's probably going to sneak around and win this.
Looks like Gulf McLaren F1. What's going on, Joe? Burger King, let's go. And Basin Racing says there is one fast repair. So that's good to know.
That's helpful.
But here's the thing. If you have to jump to pit road, you're still there for more than a couple minutes.
That's true. A tow at most of these tracks now just isn't worth it.
No, it is not. And everybody, if this is your first time here on All-Star 15 TV, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Everything helps us out here in the broadcast booth with me tonight. I'm AJ Capola. That is Simon Grills. And for the Open, just for the Open, it's Mr. Special Guest himself, JD Laird. JD, thank you for being up here. It's been an absolute pleasure having you up here and getting like a driver's feedback, especially since you ran, 50 laps in practice?
Yeah, it's more like 10. But
I was trying to, give you some credibility with what you were about to say.
I'm a wannabe try-hard sim racer. I'm not a try-hard sim racer. I'm not at that level to grind that many laps for a fixed race, even though I did it. Even though I kind of did for Charlotte. I hate to admit that, but I did. But it worked out. But with that, and that race propelled me to get in here. So maybe I should probably focus on practicing just a little bit more. Just a little bit. But anyway, we're about ready to roll green here. There's only what looks like 10 cars left, or sorry, 12. No, 10. 10 cars left. Top 3 make it. This might get hot and heavy here in a minute.
You have a 30% chance. But here we go. We're waiting on that restart zone. There it is. Eckhart with an excellent start. But here comes the 97 very fast on the outside. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't get that much of it. He got a good takeoff, but he did not get a good drive through the gears. He went from first to third.
Dylan Basin, thanks for chatting with us in the chat under that caution. He's going to take second place away, looking for the lead under the 97 Zaxby's of CJ Almond.
He did a good job planting it in the car. Planting it in the corner. He dove it in, got on the brakes, pinned it on the bottom, and he's probably gonna check out from here. It's like, no, I'm in the second stage of the Open. I don't want to have to brawl with anybody. I'm done. I'm out. I would not want to be a part of any race.
Oh, big hit for Eckhart coming out of 2.
And the 93 there also, like, he drifted up in the center of 3 and 4, kissed the wall a little bit, used it to his advantage to get the run off, but I wouldn't be using that to my advantage so much. All it takes is one hit and the brakes the car the wrong way.
This isn't Martinsville where wall riding will get you into the Final Four.
Yeah, hauling the wall will not really work here at all.
So there's 2 Burger King cars. You got the 93 of Isaac Wilson. It looks like the 24-ish? Yeah, 24 of Clay Nelson as well in a Burger King car.
Tony Stewart scheme.
Yeah, there's a lot of retro schemes in here, and I'm absolutely loving it, and I am feeling old as hell watching it.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody wants to run a food car. Like, I know I'm a rotund human being, but it's like, you can't tease me. I just had dinner. I don't need more food in my face.
Trust me, I'm aware of that same exact feeling. Just not the haven't eaten dinner yet.
I was going to say, if you're aware that I'm a round human being, I'm going to be slightly offended with that, but we'll go ahead and roll with it.
Hey, roly-poly-oly over here.
That was my favorite show as a kid.
That's right, you're young, I forgot.
Yeah.
You got Zach Mertez in the chat as well. Hit that share button, like, sub. We want you all here enjoying it. We want all your friends here and enjoying it. And there's Joe again going, I like food. Joe, we know you like food.
The more likes we get on the broadcast, which means I get out quicker. So like, share, subscribe, do everything, because the more you do that, the quicker I get out of this broadcast, so you don't have to hear me talk anymore.
I mean, you're obviously one of my favorite special guests. Simon, I worked with Simon last year with another league, and we had a freaking blast the last half of the season.
Oh, it was great.
Now I'm called special. I don't know how I should take that. But you know what? I'll take it as a compliment. We're going to roll on here.
Oh, let's go. There goes Alexander Balderas trying to get underneath Isaac Wilson, trying to set up that pass for turn 3. Oh, he's a little loose.
Just like I predicted, we're about 7 laps into this segment, I believe, and Dylan Basin is gone. 1.5 second lead with everybody else fighting for the 2 transfer spots behind him.
It's exactly what you want to do, is you want to leave everybody in the dust, and you want to just deal with your car and the track. No interference.
Yeah, last lap for Dylan was a 29.03. Second was a 17. Like, he's just in a rhythm doing his own thing. He wants to make sure that there is no chance for anybody to take this win away from him.
Jumping on the cockpit view of Dylan Basin. Just so smooth.
You have to be with this car. Like, you can't sit there and crank on the wheel because it just burns tires. You got to be really patient, really deliberate with your inputs, and that's what makes it that prolongs the long run. Like, it makes it so much better. Is these guys behind him, like, they're all swatting potato flies, like they're trying to punch the air essentially because they're cranking on the wheels. So we're drifting up. Oh god, that's gonna be a brawl for the final transfer spot. I like this.
No kidding there. Side by side coming off of turn 4 with just about 8 laps to go. Man, they are killing it. But you want to know, right behind him, Charles Bachman, a very consistent driver.
Oh, God, we got contact. Oh, that's big contact right there.
Well, never mind.
That 14 is junked.
That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
Oh, he's getting chased up the racetrack. He gets put in the wall by the 93 and puts himself in the wall.
So a lot just happened there.
And
Every single one of those cars is completely pancaked.
Who does that put in the P3? The Carl Edwards machine. Alexander Balderas sitting in the catbird seat.
That's insane. That is one hell of a way. Oh! Well, he's not going to have a lot of fight behind him if Michael Eckhart keeps smacking the wall and getting loose out of turn 2. Do you think the damage has a lot to do with that?
On Eckhart, I'm not entirely sure. Like, if the tires wear off, like, this car kind of does a little bit of a wander on the straightaway if you don't catch up to it. So it could be just old, like, he may have burned his stuff up. Or I mean, we're coming to 5 to go here, so who knows what could happen. But the damage probably not helping matters.
No, but he got a really good run out of turn 2.
This battle for second is not over. Like, I don't know. I mean, Bason's like not even in the state of Georgia at this point. He's checked out to probably it's 2.5 last lap. We're at 2.9, almost 3 seconds lead. So he's in Florida at this point. So the battles for second, especially with the final transfer spot. His Eckert is breathing down Balderas' neck with a run. This is gonna get a little spicy here. I'm kind of intrigued to see how these two play this out. I want to know how aggressive Eckert's gonna go because there is no fan vote, there is no provisional. This is it. If you don't finish third, you're not making it. So Eckert's got to get up on the wheel to make sure he can get Alex.
Yeah, he's definitely got to do it, and there he goes. Gonna give it a shot there in 3 and 4. Oh, he clips the apron.
Yeah, but he got there. He's showing the nose. We're side by side with 3 to go here. Oh, with the send and the clear. Attaboy, Eckert. That was nice.
That was a awesome move.
And the 90 and the 95, 99 in the wall. Unless Balderas can find something up his sleeve to find some serious time here, Eckert all has to do is keep it in between the walls, and he's going to be running in the All-Star.
Basin, holy cow, almost a 4.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, caution
And that
out on the racetrack.
changes everything.
Andy Ennis. Oh, let's look at this 50. Oh, hey, Simon, yo. Come on there, pal.
Yeah. What?
It's the 51, one of the cars you liked.
Oh, man.
Let's see what happens. He's going to pancake the outside wall. Oh, you could see his... Oh! Oh, wow.
Man, let me tell you, those simulated catch fences do their job every time. Shout out to iRacing for everything that they do for the safety purposes of everything. That kept that car on the racetrack. The wall did its job, kind of, but it's a testament to the simulated safety that we got from iRacing. Thank you.
I don't think this is actually the last lap, even though the sim is saying it's last lap.
If we should, I believe we should have at least one green white checkered. If there isn't, it's going to be a 1 lap shootout, and
it just called for really a 1 lap. It already called white flag on the timing and scoring, so I'm really curious what happens here. Oh, they just pulled it back. Okay, there we go. Oh, here comes the 48 down pit road.
I mean, we've slowed down a lot. Like,
everybody's coming to get tires.
Yeah, if anybody didn't pit there, you might have messed yourself up. I don't know if we have a green white checkered. I don't know how many green white checkers we have. Even if we do, I don't see anything popping up. So if it's a 1 lap shootout, I don't know. I really don't know if Dylan made the right call here, because I mean he could have, because he can blast through this field pretty quickly because there's not that many that stayed out. But I don't know if I would have made that call. By the way, I don't know if you heard the guys running down the street here. Apparently, they're all trying to go get food. But like I don't know what it is. It's everybody's hungry around us, and I don't like it. Fat man don't like it.
No, especially when we don't have any. And guess what? Boom, don't have any. But
Yeah,
want to give a
terrible.
huge shout out once again to our channel partners tonight. It's the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. New episodes out every Tuesday night on their YouTube. Link down in the description. And speaking of links down in the description, it's wrestling over everything. Breaking Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson buying stakes in petty GMS. Look it up. Oh boy.
It's gonna be big.
Oh boy. Does that mean we're going to see Junior Motorsports, or are they going to keep it as petty GMS? Anybody, speak.
Sounds like Jimmy Johnson heard Junior's cry for help on not being able to afford a charter.
Coming
I
back,
just hope the cars look pretty.
coming back down pit road, it's Philip Bridgman. That's going to be an issue for his night, unfortunately. But it looks like we only have 9 cars on track.
9 cars for 3 spots, split field on tires on
For
a
one
1-lap dash. I don't want to be in this field because if I pitted, I would be extremely upset if I don't get into the top 3. If I'm one of those people that stayed out, I would be extremely mad knowing that I didn't pit.
Yeah.
And knowing that you'll be sitting on a transfer, I'd be extremely mad because I know I'll probably get wrecked for it. So this is, I would not want to be one of these 9 drivers right now.
No, neither would I. Nope. I am very comfortable being up here in this broadcast booth, not on the racetrack.
Hopefully we're safe up here.
Well, that catch fence caught the 51 very well, so yeah, I would say we're pretty safe up here.
I would hope
I
so.
don't know. I kind of want to be in it.
You all sort of freaking crazy. Just saying.
I like.
I mean, that's one way to sniff the fumes of all the gasoline and the burn oil, and a lot of hopes and dreams are about to go up in flames to make it into the All-Star.
Well, luckily for you, I like fire. So
You sick person.
Hell yeah, we're gonna fire it up here. We're coming to the green pace cars ready to duck on off.
And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to JD for the main event as we are greeting CJ Allman. Oh, boy. Well, that
Well,
didn't
that
take
made a
long.
lot of things. Everybody spinning the tires. Everybody. Oh my lord.
Oh, my. And this is a white flag lap.
Who
CJ
skates out
Allman, Isaac Wilson, Charles Bachman. Here comes Dylan Basin in that 45.
Dylan Basin in the wall. He still got the new tires, though. He might be able to pull something out of a hat here. Nope, he gets put in the fence. That's it.
Here's Bachman. He's going for second. Not going to need to be third. And making their way to the All-Star race, it is CJ Allman, Charles Bachman, and Isaac. We got to go back and watch that wreck off the start. That was crazy.
just lit the tires up and lost it.
That's what it looked like, but it looked like half the field that was still running did it. All right, we're going to go back with Philip Bridgman and see this. Now, I'm not like Noah or Moses or whatever, but the seas parted there for a couple drivers.
Oh yeah, like a lot of people got lucky. I mean, that's like I said, like there was a lot of things that were going into that race that I would not have been thrilled if I was in the pack, and that's kind of what I was expecting to go down.
Yeah, no kidding. And you see everybody burning it down. At least the top three are burning it down. Unfortunately, everybody else is gonna have to go home tonight. But CJ Allman, Charles Bachman, Isaac Wilson move on, along with Ryan Vargas, River Page, and James Thurston to the All-Star event tonight. JD, we wish you the best of luck in the All-Star event tonight. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of it and you burn it down in victory lane.
I would like that. I'd hope so. There's a lot of competitive guys in there. You got Chase, you got Zeke, you got. I mean, Ryan Vargas won the first stage of the Open, so I'm worried about him being in the field. It's going to be entertaining. I mean, you got a little taste of it tonight or so far in the Open. I think the actual big show is going to be a little bit more intense. So hopefully you guys stick around and watch the show because you're in for a treat.
Simon, final thoughts of the Open.
I could not be more excited for the main event.
Bow chicka. I'm so happy you guys were up here tonight. Everybody, we are going to take a little break. Enjoy both radioactives from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Watkins Glen, along with a little episode from the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, which you can go check out on their YouTube down in the description. We will be right back, getting ready for the feature events.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is our Wednesday night special, the Thunderstorm League of Racing. It is the Buddy Poppel 150.
What a wonderful night for racing on a beautiful Wednesday here in Charlotte. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm excited tonight. It's going to be a great time.
You know what's funny? Duke football. Sweet home Alabama. I'm from Florida. I feel sorry for you. Hey, man, what the Audi K players bullshit is this? He wasn't ready.
You guys are geniuses, holy crap.
Noah, you better pray to God we don't cross paths all night long. I'm telling you right now. And I'm telling you that as a friend. Hey, Michael, if you're telling Noah that you're going to wreck him, you need to be up here first. Wrecking you both. There's more beef here than my mouth. Open up!
If y'all missed it last week, watch the stream. Very first lap. You'll see a car eat. Fun fact, it was Michael.
Zach, your mic has left the chat. I got Larson's for not lifting.
Sorry, 32. I clipped the apron, I'm sorry.
Can we get a competition caution? I think there's debris in 3 and 4.
There's a spectator climbing the fence in turn 2.
That's just my cousin. Let him be. He'll get down.
I can cause a caution.
Aaron, you're telling me your arms are getting tired?
No, I'm just pissed off. There's my water bottle out the window.
Is it full? Because I ran out of water. Kind of need some.
Get a wrap in the front stretch. Ah!
What are you doing? I my pants.
I can't get to my park! Ted, why are you going so slow? You're a lap car anyway.
I love lap cars. I love lap cars.
I don't hate to complain or all, but can we get a not tight setup for once? Yeah.
Right, I wish this car was like this on the f***ing initial start. It's loose as on the first couple laps. I hate it.
See, my problem is, I was...
Shane Blair with a great run off the start. Frank DeAngelis, great run there. He's on the inside of Noah Wilson there, battling for second place.
Not bad. I got tight.
Oh, there's a car on the wall in the back. Looks like it's the 32, Aaron Calvin, and the Chris Brown in the 1. And looks like Sean Lester as well.
thought I was gonna get you.
Sometimes I wish that there was a way that you could just spawn things in front of you. Like, I'm really craving, like, a body armor right now. Like, why can't there just be a system where you take out money and it just spawns right in front of you, like right on your desk?
That's why I got married.
We had something like that in the high school, but we had to put money in it. It's called a vending machine. You put money in, you press the button, dang, you get your drink.
I need a rim job.
I just want to know, who did you marry, Jared, to where they bring you that you asked for? I've been in a relationship before. The hell if I ever got something I asked for, let alone laid.
Well, Noah, you have to make them do things that nobody else could. That's kind of how that works.
And that's Noah Wilson in the back. He gets loose, and the 14 is around as well. Cody Anderson,
Not a word. Oh, that saved my ass.
it's the big one here at Charlotte. 5, 6, 7 cars.
Hey, Max,
What's up, man?
are you aware that there's a bitch right behind you? I will throw your ass in the river so fast, Zach. Shut up. Your chicken strips.
How can you do that? There's no hole.
He just obviously never chicken strip. Nobody tell him how. If you tell him how, I swear to God, you don't get to do it anymore.
Come on, buddy, there's a race going on.
Oh, that was my bad. I didn't know we were 3 wide. Thank you for the bump trap.
Hey, 7 car. The middle pedal's your brake pedal, bud.
Michael Jordan. Kids. Just call me Dale Earnhardt with that pass in the grass.
Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, I just like looked at the replay on the pit road right now. That entire ret was net code. Yeah.
But first place goes to Mr. JD Laird.
Yeah, good first half of the race, guys. Second half was just dog water.
For All-Star 15 TV, I am H. Capola. That is Peyton Sweet. We will see you next week at Watkins Glen. Hopefully I will have Gary Wells with me like I normally do, and Peyton will enjoy his little birthday party. All right, peace out, everybody.
Radioactive Part 2, question mark?
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the show tonight, it is our Wednesday night special, the Thunderstorm League of Racing, all the way from upstate New York, here at the Watkins Glen Racing Course. It's the Adirondack 100.
Who the hell set this to a grid start?
It was an accident, I guess.
We're going racing on the grid.
I am the GOAT at this.
I'm gonna send it.
Don't throw a yellow. Don't throw a yellow. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's try it. See how good we are.
Do it! Noah, do it. Don't be a bitch. I love you.
Yeah, send her in, bottom.
Please keep it a grid start.
Let's do this at Talladega.
Mandatory grid starts now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes, you legend!
Noah Wilson's the GOAT!
No, this is the type of stuff that gets you laid, sir. Thank you.
We're all going to die.
Oh, we're doing a standing start, boys.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh man, what a way to start this race. As Zeke goes into turn 1, he's got to cover off the 99 to chase Schaefer. Oh man, this is tight. What a standing start. That was beautiful.
I was not expecting that whatsoever.
Good job, everybody.
How the f*** is that a yield? Oh, no.
Bye, Zeke.
I f***ing hate this. The wall, I tank slapped the wall and I'm upside down. That's, you know.
I'm right there, Christ, you're upside down.
This race is a J-O-K-E, just like my iRacing career.
Same.
Okay, J.
I know I'm not always fast, but I'll remember that one.
Good, use your brain.
Look how everyone is hitting me, and only me. No, can you just DQ me? This is painful. Please, I'm asking you as a friend and to do me a favor.
You just gotta keep working on it. Push through. Adversity makes you better.
You want me to keep going because this is entertainment for you. I bet you're laughing your ass off at me.
We're gonna have a Michael Eckhart spin counter this week.
This is my home now. I'm done. I give.
I don't want to myself there.
Hey Noah, I want you to go back to me like maybe a couple seconds ago and watch what just happened. Then you'll understand why I'm so frustrated with this bullshit.
Don't look now. At number 96, Tony Raines' throwback is right on the back bumper of Schaefer. That's James Thurston. We got a battle back here for that 7th slot. It's Bob Eldridge and Ethan Stanley. Well, had a battle.
Somebody just flipped into the sand trap.
Sounds caution-worthy to me.
Go Heels!
I'm guessing you just passed Jarrett Manning.
If you're referring to the worst 6-1 team in the country, then congratulations.
I can't remember. I didn't learn this in school, but how many points does it take to win?
How many inches does it take to please your wife? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
4.5, that's all I got.
On a more brighter note, did that guy ever get a rim job last week?
No, he's still waiting.
You, sir, suck. Pretty much, he's just saying about how awesome I am and how cool this league is, and that you should go follow this league on Twitter.
Worth it!
RP forever, sweet prince.
Mic check 1, 2. Oh, there he is. This microphone sucks.
At least your car doesn't suck.
Oh no, that sucks too.
I think we should get a caution here.
Like I said, I'm just glad to be out here. I ain't no good at it. 59 years young, I try.
51, let me by. 51, let me by.
I'm gonna let y'all by after the bus stop.
Oh, it overcooked it bad. Throw the caution. There's a cone on the track.
I think we got a spectator climbing the fence. Y'all, I said last week, that's just my cousin. If you let him be, he'll get down eventually.
I just be coming through like an Amtrak train.
That's what she said.
No, that's what I said to Jarrett's wife when he asked me to pay rent.
All I'm saying is, do what you please, but you better be paying some damn bills.
There it is, coming out of the final corner, and Chase Schaefer is going to win the Adirondack 100 here from Watkins Glen.
Yeah, baby! Let's go!
Congrats, Chase. You didn't wreck it this time.
I'm just surprised I held on for 4th.
Everybody stay safe, stay cool, and we will see you on the next show. All right, everybody, we are back. We're in a little bit of a holding pattern until the next session goes live. But in the broadcast booth with me, it is, once again, Gary Wells. Gary, what's up, my brother?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just figured I'd come in here. I saw you need some help for the features, so here we are. And ready to kick this thing off. I think it's going to be a great race tonight here at Atlanta.
Yeah, if everybody is just tuning in, you need to rewind. You have time. You have to go watch the Open. And speaking of the All-Star Open, we have two drivers and one of the owners. But let's start with the two drivers, CJ Almond and Isaac Wilson. CJ, we're going to start with you. How intense was that final restart for you?
Man, honestly, I thought I threw it away because um, I I went to the gas how I always did, and there was just no grip because the tires were so old and beat up. So I was just praying for some sort of miracle, and I looked in the mirror and everyone was wrecked. So I was like, "This is a prayer." Just like I asked for some sort of miracle right there, and I got it in that exact instant. So I was so thankful for that, and I got really excited there because this track means a lot to me. I've raced here in person, so I really wanted to win here in the virtual world as well.
Yeah, well, we're happy you're definitely here because that was one crazy, crazy one lap dash. But let's jump over to that number 93. Isaac, you weren't in until you were there, like actually in after that wreck. Let's hear your perspective from it and how difficult are these cars to drive?
They're difficult. I went into the session thinking, oh, we're going to New Atlanta. Let me just full throttle around the corner. No, it kind of has an old Atlanta feel to it in the Gen 6s or the next gens with these car tomorrows. You're loose in, tight off, and stuff like that. I thought I had a shot before that caution came out. The 99 or whatever number Balderas is. Him and Eckert got into it, and then the 14 got into them. So there, I'm gonna go low here. 14 blocked me all the way down to the bottom, and with that contact with 14, I had no turning after that. So luckily that caution came out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get all my damage fixed here, and I'm just gonna Hail Mary this stuff. But luckily didn't need to. Everyone spun their tires on a restart, and somehow made it through that squeaky clean. And after that, I was like, I'm just gonna take my time. I'm not gonna push the issue. I'm in second, whatever.
Well, everybody, it is the All-Star Race intermission right now. It was an amazing all-star event, and who else better to talk about it than Mr. Thunderstorm League of Racing himself. Chase, kind of give us the rundown on how the actual all-star race is going to go.
Okay, well, the all-star race is going to be a total of 75 laps, and we're going to be doing segments like what we did with the open race. There's going to be 3 20-lap segments, and then the final segment will be 15 laps. The winners of the first 3 segments will get to start at the front of the fourth segment of the field at the fourth segment. And sorry, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank real quick. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're probably doing a lot behind the scenes as we're talking to you.
Yeah, like Noah just posted the official entry list, as we did have one change, which I think I should announce here since it was a last second thing. But due to a last second pullout, we had to fill in that spot, and officially the person that gets to fill in that spot is the number 26 of Michael Eckhart.
Congratulations to Michael.
Snap. Michael Eckhart makes it. Let's see if he's down here. There he is. We're going to pull him up here too. Michael Eckhart. It's AJ, Gary, Chase up in the broadcast booth. Congratulations. You make the show tonight. Let's hear about it. Let's hear your enthusiasm that you get to race in this all-star race now.
First off, give me a warning next time. I was saying something I should not have said when I hopped in here.
Well, it's okay. Nobody heard it, so it's perfectly fine.
Oh, thank God. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I was mad. Matt doesn't even begin to cover it. I worked so hard for that. After the 95 cleared himself off me and fenced me, I was so determined on just getting him back with 1 to go in the last corner. And I didn't. I passed him back cleanly. Very proud of that because I really wanted to wreck him. And then the caution came out with 2 to go, and my heart sank, man. Like I don't know. I didn't get much practice at all, and I don't know what to expect tonight. But I'm just glad I get a shot at it because that was hard figuring out the braking zone. It's gonna be interesting, especially with Vargas being in there. But I rolled over a little bit in the open, I won't lie. But if I have that same thing happen again, I'm not. The person that does it to me isn't going to like what happens going into the next corner. We'll leave it at that.
Well, Mr. Backbone, sounds like you're getting ready, getting your head in the game, and, probably a little bit of a sigh of relief now that you're actually going to be able to run tonight. It's 75 laps, 4 segments. I'll remove Isaac and CJ so we could talk strategy right now. All right, they're gone. What do you got for strategy tonight?
Just kind of hang out and stay out of the trouble. I mean, I haven't seen any of the wrecks. I'm reading the chat as this happens. Dylan's mad at me. We'll go over that later on as the night goes on. But I don't know. I mean, like it's a game changer for like I struggle sometimes in races. It's no lie to be up front and stay there. But that without seeing wrecks, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how these cars are going to react bouncing off the wall and off of each other. So I want to stay in the back, but I would like to be up there in the front for majority of the night if possible. It's kind of, we're just going to have to see. We're going into this blind into the unknown. But my history of races like that go this way, I do very well. So hopefully we'll keep that streak going. But we'll find out. That car is going to be one to watch tonight. I promise you that.
Well, that 26 car, and I'm only bringing this up because you were kind of the biggest part of the radioactive this week. Thank you for that.
Oh no.
Appreciate
I
your
don't like
spin
road courses.
We needed the comedy there, so that was good.
If the road course, I'm your man for that. I don't like it. It's funny. Noah told me the caution. When the guy that hit the wall grabbed him exactly how the wall kept grabbing me at the Glen. So I was like, I still can't get away from it.
So with tonight, hopefully Noah makes another radioactive. How active have you been there? Should we expect a Michael Eckhart, number 2?
I've been rather quiet so far, actually.
Well, that better change now.
It might. Like I said, if I get walled or if I have something happen that I don't necessarily agree with, you can count on a little 3, 2, 1 going in the corner and a caution coming out. I'm a man of my word for that. For the comedy's sake, I'm a man of my word, whether it gets me in trouble or not.
Well, brother, it was fun talking with you. Good luck in the All-Star race, and hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of it.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys. Hopefully you'll see me later for the right reasons.
So, Chase, since we still got you up here, what does the winner of the All-Star race get?
He is going to get $50 and a trophy for winning the race.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed. So, Chase, we'll let you go do admin duties. Since we got a little time to kill, we're going to actually send it over. Oh, what happened?
I was going to give the official entry list for the All-Star race.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Run us through it.
Ding, ding.
Official entry list for the All-Star race is Aaron Caven, Noah Wilson, Chase Schaefer, Zeke Willis, David Cabrera, Devin Mosley, Zach Mertez, Ryan Vargas, River Page, James Thurston, CJ Almond, Charles Bachman, Isaac Wilson, and Michael Eckhart.
All right, there it is. That is everybody who's going to be running for this All-Star race in just about 15 minutes. So everybody, stay right here. We're going to do a quick sneak peek, about a good 10-minute sneak peek with the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Check out their Treehouse of Horror episode. just as I tried to remember it.
From Japan to Maine to Arizona and everything spooky in between. The nerds have you covered for all things unpleasant and ghastly. That's the wrong ghastly. Join nerds doing nerd things as they present to you Nerdtober.
What's going on, nerds? And welcome to, I don't know, this special edition of Halloween Nerdtober. Everything, almost said Nerdmas, but that's coming up soon. But as like we did last year, it's Mikey Boy, it's myself. We're going to do a special episode added on to Nerdtober. But Mikey, it's been a year since we did something Halloween on the channel with you. Kind of tell us what we're doing this year.
All right. If you can't tell from my background, we're talking about the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror specials. Not all of them, obviously. There's 32. I haven't seen the past 3 anyway, because I haven't had cable in 3 years.
That's fair. Yeah. It's all on Disney Plus, though.
It is on Disney Plus, which we can't make a mountain of content joke. But, I mean, if you don't know me, I'm a humongous Simpsons fan. One of my earliest memories is watching the show with my dad. And we had a special VHS set aside to record just these.
Oh, God. And just kept building it and building and building
I think we had it until season 13 or 14, I want to say. And then we finally ran out of room.
Wow.
Had that shit on like 140p recording quality, but it's all there.
Probably made you happy that you had it, though.
Oh, I still have the tape. I hope it still works. I'm in the process of trying to get a VHS player right now.
So why don't you give us some of the background if people obviously know who the Simpsons are, but what's Treehouse of Horror?
Treehouse of Horror came around in season 2. It became, and very quickly became, one of their most popular things. It was originally called the Simpsons Halloween Special. And eventually, because the framing device for the first one was them in the treehouse telling the stories, it kind of got that name. I don't know if it's officially from them. It's something they came up themselves, or like it's a fan name they heard and they liked it. Because, I was 2.
Wasn't even alive. I wasn't even alive.
But I love this franchise. It's been going every year. I think this season 34. I think it's the current season or season 33. I don't remember which one is the current season.
I'm guessing it's 34 because I don't think they're up to. Yeah, it's right now they're on 34.
All right, this season's going to have 2 of these for the first time in the entire 34 season run. There are going to be 2 Treehouse of Horrors in one season.
All right.
I was just researching this because I was wondering how far they're going to go. But let's. So what about you, AJ? Have you seen a lot of these before?
I've seen a lot of them. I was kind of the last couple days really trying to bunker down and watch as many as bloody possible. Honestly, I think I got all the way up to season 15.
Jeez, you made it further than I would have.
And I just want to say, I was like, a lot of Simpsons episodes. So much shit. So much good shit.
Especially the early ones.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's what's the plan? How are we doing this, my friend?
I'd say we talk about the first couple and then we do our top 5.
I might not even have 5. But
I struggled for 5
because honestly, instead of the top 5 episodes, it's top 5 segments. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I did segments because So what I love about these is my favorite thing about things like Goosebumps, things about Are You Afraid of Dark? It's that once it's over, cool. I liked that story. I didn't like that story. It's done. Here's another one.
Yeah. So when we do our top 5, are we going 5 to 1?
Yes.
All right, because that makes mine a lot easier.
Mine was so hard to make. I still am struggling to not put other things on there. I'm like, I have 5.5. But I love the framing segments. They only did them in the first 4. Yeah, the first 4, which is like the little thing that leads into each story. But I understand why they got rid of them, because it's about like 2 to 5 minutes an episode that they can cut to put into segments.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, the first one, the Simpsons Halloween special, starts with Homer coming home after trick or treating. Even though I'm like, did people really think he was a kid?
I don't think people cared at that point. People want candy. People
Yeah.
always want candy.
That's fair. I have like 6 bags just for me.
Yeah, I feel like Santa Claus bringing toys, but I have a bunch of candy.
And it's Lisa and Bart trying to scare each other in the treehouse. I love that framing device. And I didn't know until like the past 5 years that was James Earl Jones in all 3 segments in the first one.
Yep, and honestly, one of these is in my top 5.
Oh, interesting. I love it. The first one is Bad Dream House, which has my favorite use of James Earl Jones, which is just him just going, "A buck, huh? Glad there's a curse on this place." Just leaves. He's in there for like 15 seconds and leaves. I love it.
The Simpsons or death? The Simpsons or death? Death.
You gotta feel a little insulted.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was it was a parody of Amityville Horror and Poltergeist in a way.
Something like that. Yeah.
I know Amityville Horror, a lot of that, but because the Get Out especially.
Get out.
Yeah. I love my favorite line is right near the end when he's right before Marge snaps, where he's like, "And some stuff." He's like starts running out of things to say, so he's like, "And stuff." Then the next one goes into like a direct parody of a Twilight Zone episode, "To Serve Man," I believe is the actual episode.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's Hunger the Damned, which has another one of my favorite lines, which is just Homer's like nonchalantly walking up eating a burger, like, "Ooh, your burger's good, Cole." Oh, holy moly, just still eating his burger while looking at a fucking UFO for the first time in his life.
And then he's slowly getting sucked up.
And used 2 tractor beams to get him in the end.
I enjoyed that one because I think they were gonna eat them, but then they flipped it on them. It was like, no, we were gonna take you to paradise, you freaking assholes.
Yeah, the original Twilight Zone episode, the name of the book that Lisa finds it as is the twist of the Twilight Zone episode. Because I think it's like in an alien language, and the whole episode the guy's trying to translate it, and they finally translate it, and they find out it says it's to serve man.
Yeah,
so really, I
really enjoyed it because it shows that Lisa is sometimes too smart for her own freaking good.
Oh yeah.
So and then where are we going next?
And then the next one is the last segment, which is the most really straightforward one, which is just The Raven, narrated by James Earl Jones, which is phenomenal. Great. It was actually obviously I was like 3 the first time I cognitively watched this, so I have no idea who Edgar Allan Poe is. But then we go on to Treehouse of Horror 2, the following season, which has my personal favorite wraparound segment, which is the 3 Bad Nightmares.
Yeah, with all the candy that they ate.
Yep. There's the first one's the Monkey's Paw, which is possibly one of my favorites, even though it's not really in my top list, but it's there. It's an honorable, the one honorable mention, because I used to have Homer's last wish memorized. The turkey sandwich.
The turkey sandwich.
I wish for a turkey sandwich on rye bread with lettuce and mustard. And I don't want any zombie turkeys. I don't want to turn into a turkey myself. I don't want any other weird surprises. You got it? That part of the tape was so, I rewound it so much that part when we watched on the tape was warped and like
was faded.
Break. Yeah. That one's great. And then Flanders gets it and there's no downsides.
It's a little dry. It's a little dry.
Oh, follow a cursed thing. What demon from the depths of hell created thee? That's one of my favorite line deliveries of all time.
I like how they go all out for the acting in these.
Oh yeah, like this is what like I don't want to say they don't really care anymore, but that was when they cared.
I mean, I still think they kind of care. It's just there's been so much that they've done.
Yeah. my dad talks to me about he watches it still religiously because we're obviously big fans. And he's like, yeah, Julie Kavner, who does Marge, her voice is like so shot from doing it that she permanently sounds like she's pissed off. Like her, like if you've heard Marge's angry voice, it's always that now, apparently, or like really close to that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't watched in a couple of years, which is very unfortunate.
Last time I watched was beginning ish of 2019.
Oh shit.
So like that was when I moved out from my parents' place where we had cable. So
cable.
But moving on to, I guess it's called the Bart Zone. I looked it up because they're not named. And this is the only episode where they're not named.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a direct parody of another Twilight Zone episode, I believe, called "It's a Good Life." Yeah, that's where like there's a kid who, if you have any bad thoughts, just takes care of you.
Oh,
and the jack-o'-lantern scene is the twist ending of, you don't see the jack-o'-lantern, you just see like the shadow of it.
Yeah.
And that's the twist ending of the Twilight Zone episode. But I love, one of my favorite lines is the history of our nation has been changed again. It's America was founded, like, I forgot what year the year was, like, it was founded by
1940 something.
Yeah, by some guy, and it's not America, it's now Bonerland.
I laughed way too hard when I heard that. It was like me in high school all over again. Bonerland.
Yeah. And then that one, and then we go into another one of my personal favorites.
Homer's.
If I Only Had a Brain, Homer's Dream, which me and my dad used to like quote the last line of that episode a lot, which was, "I hate having two heads." But Homer, we have something for the Queen Beatrice. I hate having two heads. Queen
Beatrice. Is that where the one Burns takes his head and puts it in a robot?
His brain, yeah. He thinks he's dead, but he's actually just like he was doing a grave digging job because he got fired. And that's a really good one. I think season 2, like not season 2, the Treehouse of Horror 2 was really good. And then another great one, Treehouse of Horror 3 has, I think, some of like back to back my favorites, which is the stories at the Halloween party. That's Clown Without Pity, which is the like, it's a combination of Chucky.
It's Chucky. It's not even a combination of Chucky.
There's also a Twilight Zone episode, Talking Tina. Hello?
Talking Tina.
Yeah, if you look it up, a lot of the dialogue the Krusty Doll has is taken from Talking Tina. Like I'm Krusty the Clown and I don't like you. That's Talking Tina dialogue. She is one of the things that scared me as a child because I didn't like talking scary dolls that much.
I mean, to be fair, we also grew up with Chucky, or you might have grown up with Chucky. I just recently saw it for Nerdtober for the first time.
I was scarred for life because of Chucky, and I love those movies now because, except for 3, I've only seen the first 4, but I need to watch the rest one of these days. But Call Out Pity has one of my favorite twist endings, which is somebody set this thing to evil. That's it. That's the whole twist.
And then he becomes all nice, Krusty.
Yeah, and then it has
the dog for the walk. Yeah, he buried me a couple times.
My favorite joke. Yeah, dogs love burying random crap. I think that's, and then I love the recurring joke at the end of every segment with the heart wipe into darkness. the cheesy. Da, 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 da.
What was that from?
That was at the end of all the segments. It's like a heart wipe into dark.
I know,
like,
but where's that? Dun, 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 dun.
That's the song that plays. It's like
I know, but it's actually from somewhere, and I can't.
Gotta be like a sitcom of some sort.
For people watching at home, please let us know because my brain is completely shot right now.
I do want to know that, and I mean, I could look it up. But
I've heard it so many times.
Same here. But then again, I've also watched this episode a lot. Then there's King Homer, which is okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of King Homer.
One of my favorite. I do quote one of the lines, which is, "Well, I wish we were going to Candy Apple Island. What's there? Apes. That was big." And there's actually, I don't know if it's in this. I watched DVDs mostly. I don't know if it's in the Disney Plus version. There was a race joke originally.
I don't remember it.
It's when Homer's eating Lenny. When King Homer's eating Lenny, and they try to shoot at him. Carl shoots him in the arm, and he goes, "Nice shot, Carl."
Yeah, he still says that.
Oh, still they cut it in like airing. After that, it's weird. And then we end with another one of my favorite segments, Style Z for Zombies.
Oh, I remember that one.
I
Was
never.
that
Oh,
was
sorry.
funny. What it was it? One of the kids did a for a snowball. That's what it was.
They were
Snowball the
trying to
cat.
revive Snowball, the one killed by the mayor's something brother, Clovis. I always think that name because it's such a weird name. And then I play Destiny and I hear Destiny 2. I play Destiny and it's like, oh, Clovis Bray. I'm like, huh. And Dead Doll's Evil Zombie's great. It has some really memorable lines. One of my favorite, like, Dad, you killed the zombie Flanders. He was a zombie?
Just boom.
Annihilates him. He's like, yeah, I've had enough. And then the idea that Albert Einstein, George Washington, and Shakespeare are all buried in Springfield.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm John Smith. John Smith, 1882. My mistake. Another line I quote a lot. And then the last one I'll really talk about, there are ones like there's one more I want to talk about, but we're running a little longer than I thought. Because I know we got to get going.
We got to do the top 5.
Yeah, so we'll talk about really fast. I'll just say, I love the Night Gallery wraparound. Night Gallery, if you didn't know, is more of a horror-based anthology that Rod Serling, creator of the Twilight Zone, did about like 10-ish years later. I love Night Gallery. It's not as good in ways, but I love the setting of the Night Gallery itself. It's really neat. He had custom paintings made for every single episode.
Yeah.
And if you go on the DVD, it shows it and they talk about like the creation of it. Really cool. That has some great segments, but like I said, we're running long. We should go right into our top 5. So, AJ, why don't you start us off? What's your number 5?
So we kind of already talked about my 5th one, and that is Clown Without Pity.
Really, that's that low, huh?
There's 30 how many of these, and this is my 5th favorite one.
It's on my list, but I'll mention it when we get there too, though.
I think we know what my top one is.
Yeah, I know what yours is. I have a feeling I don't know if you know what mine is, but we'll see. Clown Without Pity is so fucking funny.
It is. For me, it was more of the fact of. I can kind of see like Toy Story, effed up Toy Story, and I was like, oh, well, what happens if Woody and Buzz were bad? Because, mind you, I just saw Chucky a couple weeks ago. I knew of him, never really saw it, and literally, it's Krusty the Clown as Chucky.
Pretty much. You dog water.
So what was your top 5?
My number 5.
Your 5.
My number 5 is Dial Z for Zombies.
Okay.
It's in Monkey's Paw is like fighting for that too. Like anything below number 1 can change it any day. I'm going by what I wrote the day I wrote this top 5 though.
I mean, that's fair.
James fair. He's not here, but we're saying it anyway.
No, he's not, but we miss him. I can't wait to see him hopefully on Sunday.
Me too. I will actually be there. Thank God.
Yay! I'm bringing a couple buddies. I'm
Okay.
adding them to our group.
Oh, okay.
Indoctrinating them into the nerd group.
We're hazing him.
Kind of like what we did with Chris.
I miss Chris.
All right, so you want to do number 4, or you want to jump it back over to me?
I'll do number 4. Number 4 is The Devil and Homer Simpson. Oh, it's so good.
That was my number 4 too, and I hate you for it.
Oh, that's really funny. Listen, you can't put one of the best side characters in Simpsons, Lionel Hutz, in one of these. It's cheating. That's instantly going to get you top 5.
Actually, what's funny is within this same episode, my number 3 is too. But I love this because, granted, they seem to always get out of it, literally.
Oh yeah.
But it's so funny because who's the devil? Obviously, Ned Flanders.
That's so good. My favorite thing is just the entirety of the lineup of the jurors.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what hockey team was it?
Oh,
The
the
Philadelphia Flyers.
Philadelphia Flyers, yes.
Yeah, Philadelphia Flyers, and then like that's the one that scares them. That's the best part. It's like John Wilkes Booth, Blackbeard the Pirate, Lizzie Borden, and then it's a hockey team. And they go ah. And then Blackbeard's like in a baby high chair.
So fine, go do your number 3 now since we just mixed it together.
My number 3 is one you talk about, Clown Without Pity.
Okay, so we kind of already hit that. My number 3 is Bart Simpson's Dracula.
Oh, that's such a good one too.
It is so good, and my favorite line that I remembered, and I just still cracked up, is like, "Tink, tink, tink." Dad, that's his crotch. Oh,
sorry.
Oops.
My favorite part is just when it suddenly at the end of that goes into a fucking Charlie Brown Christmas parody.
Yeah, what was up with that?
They ran out. They were like, we don't know how to end this, so here you go. Which sounds about right. While we're on that, what's your number 2?
Well, my number 2, as I'm trying to find the name for it, I think it's the zombie one.
Dial Z for Zombies?
Thank you.
Yeah, my number 5.
Yeah, so we kind of already hit that. As I'm literally trying, I have the episodes right here, and I'm just going through them to find the names for them. So what was your number 2?
My number 2 is Terror at 5.5 Feet.
Oh, okay.
The bus episode, because that is actually horrifying. Specifically the ending, like when it's Ned Flanders' decapitated head with like the vocal cords and shit hanging. I was like, oh, that's terrifying. I don't like this. If you didn't know, that's a direct parody of Terror at 20,000 Feet, which famously starred William Shatner in the Twilight Zone.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for the original Twilight Zone Tower of Terror episode.
Twilight Zone, I'm not sure actually. I don't know if it was just the end up being themed after Twilight Zone or there was an actual episode.
I figured it was an actual episode. I could be wrong.
I mean, I think they ended up then reverting it into the movie, the Disney movie.
I really enjoy that movie.
Me too.
It's so good. We talked about it a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was sad I wasn't on that one. You guys said you were doing it. I'm like, oh, I wish I had known. I would have come over.
We could do a retrospective in a year or two.
Works for me. And
so you're number 1, Mikey.
But what's your number 1? Because I think it's the same thing.
Is it the shitting?
It's the shitting. The shitting is the best.
This is 60 minutes.
Hi, Johnny. I'm Grandpa. You left Grandpa at that gas station.
No TV, no beer. Make Homer do something, something, something.
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do.
That animation is amazing.
Give me the
I used to have
Give me the bat.
whole thing memorized. I used to like every little beat, every little body movement.
Give me the
I had
bat.
that memorized as a kid.
Give me the bat.
Give He scares himself.
It's such an awesome parody of The Shining.
I'm glad you saw that recently too. So like last year. Yeah, it's still recently enough that you like. What was my favorite joke that I don't know why I love it now more than when I was a kid, which is
Do you want to get copyrighted?
Was Homer's locked in the freezer. Homer, some of the ghouls and I just really hope you seen you get on this family killing thing.
And it's all like Dracula, Frankenstein.
It's the whole like Universal monsters just dragging them out. Like, what the hell? This is so stupid. And also, that's funny. The blood usually gets off the second floor. All these jokes are so good.
I loved it so much. And what's really sucky, everybody, is that all of the ones we just talked about in our top 5 were from the first 5 or 6 iterations from it.
The first 5.
Like, don't get me wrong, there are some good ones that I would suggest watch them all if you're into it.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just so good at the beginning. Oh, this is like The Shining. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. If you want
to sued, use that shin of yours. Can't do a good Willie, so I'm just gonna do whatever voice that is for me.
Yeah, I just tried to do it in my head, and I'm like, I'm not even going to attempt it.
Yeah, but I
Smithers.
Smithers, release the robotic Richard Simmons. Not a horror. It's not a Halloween episode, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh, so one of my favorites is the one where the big donut dude and all the
Attack of the 50-Foot Eyesores.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. That reminded me of I think one of the missions on the Simpsons game, which I think it was one of them.
Yeah.
But Mikey, why don't we close it up shop now? This was a lot of fun, pal.
I was really hoping we can drag some other people into this, but time didn't really let us happen, unfortunately.
It's okay. It's not like we're gonna go anywhere right after this.
Yeah.
We got another thing too.
I'm definitely not going to change my shirt to.
I wasn't planning on it. I was
going to do it so the break. I was going to try to not break kayfabe on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we record multiple episodes in one day to stay up with your viewing pleasure.
Don't lie to them. It's obviously multiple days now. Yeah, the fact that they got me in general, yeah, that's proof of that.
All right, Mikey, where can people find you real fast?
You can find me in the Shadow Realm. You can find me in the Treehouse of Horror watching all these episodes again because it's really good. And I'm going to spend unfortunately, since I have to work Halloween, I'm going to spend the day after Halloween watching a lot of spooky stuff.
Spooky dookies. It's spooky dookies.
Depending on what I eat, some of it is a spooky dookie.
Ewy.
But AJ, where can they find you?
Well, we're going to send it to that beautiful person that you guys were awesome enough to make me, and that's Mr. Rob Paulson at 625.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar 15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ Allstar 15. I should have said AJ Allstar, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
All right, everybody. This was the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes for Nerdtober in 2022. Thank you for all tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it out. We're growing on YouTube, and actually, Mikey in the Dark should be blowing up his YouTube in a little bit.
Oh, you don't even know.
Like, I mean, if I'm not Wile E. Coyote just going chink, and it just doesn't go poof.
I have something. I'm having problems making stuff. I have forced my problem by involving another individual.
Oh dear.
Who will be forcing me to put the stuff, anything we do, out.
Good.
So I will be. I'm not going to say what it is.
Use the hate.
Yeah, I hate editing. That's my hate.
Oh, that's why you do what I do and don't edit and just let it ride.
That's fair.
But peace out, everybody. We'll see you Monday for the Halloween episode of Nerdtober, of English,
Halloween.
of brain.
Yeah, words are hard.
Tell me about it. I'm in danger.
To stay up to date with the show, join the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page. See you next time.
What's going on, everybody? We are back here at the wonderful Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it is all-star time. But before we get there, we got to say thank you to all of our partners, friends, and to start off, it is the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Thank you for watching that Treehouse of Horror episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed it and checked out their YouTube in the process, and also Wrestling Over Everything. Anything wrestling, go take a look at their description in the Facebook page. See if it's for you. All links are down below. And in the broadcast booth with me, returning for another show, it is Mr. Gary Wells.
Yeah, man. So watching these guys go around this track a little bit and taking a couple test laps myself in this car at Atlanta, I think we are in for a hell of an all-star race. 75 laps, winner take all, no points on the line. just simply bragging rights and a little bit of money.
$50? That's a little bit? No. $50 is a lot to some of these drivers. That's a couple tracks, a couple vehicles. But let's bring in our third person up in the booth. It's Mr. Simon Grills. What's going on, pal?
Oh, you know, just sitting here being the star of the show. How's everybody doing tonight?
You, star of the show? Yeah, I can see that. So a little something I put together. Whenever we get a race car that flips upside down, you are going to see
flying
Mr.
through the air.
Ricky
This is not
Bobby
good.
himself. There it was. All beautiful right there. For people in back that didn't see it.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
Ready to go. For whenever we get a vehicle that flies upside down, hopefully none of our drivers see this and want to do it now. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We have about 15 minutes left in practice. We'll have a quick qualifying session, and then we are going to be all a go for this all-star race. 75 laps, as Gary put it, 20 each stage up until that fourth segment. And then your winners for the first three stages are going to start 1, 2, and 3 in that fourth stage. 15 laps in that final stage. And throughout the whole event tonight, caution laps don't count. So what are you guys thinking? Are we going to see it hectic at the beginning? Or we think everybody's going to go balls to the wall at the end? Gary, I'll start with you.
Well, with this track being a little bit narrower, you only can go 2.5 wide, maybe 3 wide at times. I think you're going to see it very calm here at the beginning. Maybe a little bit chaotic those last couple laps of the first 3 stages. But really, when it's those last 15 laps, the trophy's on the line, we're going to see these guys go all out for this thing here at the end.
Now, here's the thing, everybody. You're going to have to make it to that final stage. That's going to be very difficult. You have to have a car still capable of racing in that final stage. So, Gary, we'll stay with you here, and then I'll ask Simon the question afterwards. How hard do you push? Because you need to be in a position to where you make it, but you also need to have a better starting position for that final stage.
Yeah, I think what we're really going to see, because from what it sounds like, the top 3 is what's going to be starting 1, 2, 3 for that final stage. And then fourth on back, I don't know if there's pit stops or if they're just going to do it based off of the last segment or however they're going to do it. But for that last segment, I definitely want to be starting at least in the top 5, maybe the top 8, so I know that I have a fighting chance to get up to this field. Now, what's great about tonight, AJ, I'm seeing here, they do have 4 sets of tires in the pits, and they do have 1 fast repair. And we know they will have to pit for fuel at least 1 time. So it's going to be an interesting race here once they get going and see, what these guys decide to do. If I was them, I would be looking to maybe the first segment or 2, probably save my stuff and definitely save my fast repair unless I need it for those final 15 laps.
Yeah, a lot of drivers within this all-star race. You got 15 drivers. You got River Page, James Thurston, JD Laird, who I want to thank again for being in the broadcast booth for the Open here tonight. Noah Wilson on your screen right there. Chase Schaefer, Zach Martez, Isaac Wilson. He says acknowledge him as a Roman Reigns reference. I will hopefully get him up here so he can do it because he almost blew the headset off my head. Zeke Willis, CJ Ullman, Michael Eckhart, the last transferred driver due to Ryan Billy not having the internets tonight. But David Cabrera, Charles Bachman, Aaron Cavan, and Devin Mosley, 15 drivers, all with a shot to get $50 and a trophy. Now, Simon, I asked Gary a couple minutes ago kind of the strategy for these drivers. When do you hit the go time mode to try to put yourself in a position pretty much? When
For me, it's going to depend on qualifying.
Really? Okay.
If I end up qualifying in the back, I'm going to hit it hard for the first 10 laps as hard as I can. Get every position that I can kind of grab because the tires do fall off quick. And we saw that in the Open. But if I'm going to qualify up front, I'm going to use my back bumper as a roadblock and save it for the end when I may be able to pick up 1 or 2 more spots.
That's a very good point there. Honestly, I'm kind of with you on that. You know, Gary kind of shove it there. Joking. We have 8 minutes left before we do that qualifying session. Can't thank everybody enough for stopping by All-Star 15 TV for this Thunderstorm League of Racing All-Star Race event. Really not here this late, but we're going to have 75 laps. It's going to be fun. And I got my 2 best buddies up here. Unfortunately, Peyton can't be here, or I'd have my 3 best buddies up here. I got Simon and Gary. As you see, the 97 Zaxby's of CJ Almond pretty much lose the car on the apron. Probably going to get an unsafe pit release. But what are you guys expecting, like, caution-wise? Do you think we're going to see a lot of them, or do you think we're actually going to get into it and, you know, get into, like, a groove?
Well, go ahead, Simon.
I keep forgetting that there's 2 of you up here.
I like how both the Indiana accents just came out real heavy. As far as the cautions go, the open was pretty light, and that's when people were going to be scrambling for position more so, I would say, than these opening few stages. We're starting to see these guys get a little bit crafty with their bumpers. So it's going to come down to throttle control for me. Can I handle being bumped from behind and kind of ride it out? Am I going to be able to throw it in and bump somebody else and still hold on to my car too? These guys are going to lean on each other more than most other mile and a halves, because you're seeing guys run into the corner at 210 miles an hour.
Oh boy, we have a car flipping on the backstretch, so y'all know what that means.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
Simon. In the open race, they were still getting familiar with these cars. And so I think the guys that are locked in might be at a little bit of a disadvantage early on, because they couldn't get the laps like these guys in the open did that did transfer.
Hey guys,
so it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I need you to go see River Page's car, or just look at my my screen here that I'm sharing in the Discord. Watch this. There's going to be 2 incidents here.
Oh my gosh. And he lands upside down. Oh no.
Oh, just wait. It gets better. He go.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
He went to the moon.
Oh, we got the onboard of this. This will be fun.
We did get the onboard of this. Gary, you do know I'm sharing in the Discord, right?
Sorry. Yeah.
You're fine. Gonna go back and take a look at that from the blimp view.
Gotta get all the angles of this. Oh my gosh, he did get some air. He went above the light poles.
Yes, he did. We're gonna see both of them here again. Holy cow. I know it's practice, so everybody's just having fun here, but wow. He got jumped, mugged, whatever you want to call it.
And bam, there he goes.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, well, he flew for a little bit.
And what do you know? A quick jump back to pit road in practice, and he's got a brand new car.
We didn't even have to unload the backup.
I didn't know that we brought Oprah.
You get a car. You get a car.
Oh man, and there he goes again.
And
Get
just
loose
a reminder
again.
for these guys too. I don't know if we mentioned it, but caution laps do not count. This is 75 green flag laps.
Yes, yes it is, and oh boy.
So don't buckle up too tight. And don't hold on too tight.
Kind of
Gonna
hoping
be a
that
long
we get
road trip. Grab a drink and a snack.
Kind of hoping we get a lot of green flag laps. Just everybody gets going, gets in a rhythm, get to that first 20, get to that second 20, get to that third 20, and then once we get to that final stage, gloves are off. Ding, 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 ding.
So I don't know if you've been watching,
93
but
and the 26 are having an all-out brawl.
you need to go watch this 96 car, because he found an opening in turns 1 and 2. He's just coming back out now, but he's finding that opening. He's trying to launch himself here in the fence. So This will be interesting if he decides to come down pit road and try it again.
It's funny how. Oh my God, we're watching it in reverse. Here it is again on your screen. Some of the things people find, huh?
There's a couple.
Oh, he's going
there's a
again.
couple of. There's a couple
Live
of cookies.
right
He's
now.
doing it again live. He found another spot.
Down the hill.
He launched himself, but it didn't work. Oh, that's okay. There's a couple of places where you could do that. I know Indianapolis before the update. I haven't tried it since the update. There's a gate in turn 1, just after the exit of the pits, where you could go and launch through the gate and then fly up into the air. I've done that a few times, and I've flown like 100 feet in the air.
Good thing you're not
Doesn't
doing it
matter
in
if it's
VR.
NASCAR, IndyCar, you can do it all.
I wonder if you can drive to the parking lot of the museum. That would be a cool place to take some pictures.
You know, I haven't tried that since the update, but I would
I'll be
imagine
trying
you could
it
probably
tonight.
try.
Oh, there goes Chase Schaefer.
He's got a handful.
All I hear is that Tokyo Drift song.
He's trying it again.
And what's great about these cars as well, Simon, as opposed to the Gen 6, as Thurston is trying it again, and he got it. He was successful that time. Look at that car go up in the air.
Help me,
It's a
Tom
pretty good
Cruise.
flip.
I did
You
not
have
know
to,
that
show us on the
Gina
replay on that one. That's pretty interesting.
I wonder how they find these things.
So what were you saying about the Gen 6, Gary?
I mean, I feel like this COT was more durable than the Gen 6. So even if you hit this wall a couple of times here tonight, I think you're going to be okay, Danny.
I mean, we saw some guys give it some pretty hard licks and keep tracking straight for the most, well, as straight as they can.
Sure.
The interesting one is when you get stuck between a car and the wall, and it turns the front end of your car into an Indy car.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no kidding.
It
was very interesting.
We saw 2 guys do that with about 5 to go in the open.
We just watched Paige kill that turn 3 wall and get one hell of a run down the front stretch.
I don't think these drivers are getting very much applicable practice, but it sure
No,
is
I
good
think
team.
this is just a screw around and find out kind of practice.
Well, I think maybe the first half they practiced, because just taking a look at it, you got JD with 31 laps.
James just did it again. he's trying to get the Tom Cruise. He's trying to get the Ricky Bobby thing going here.
Oh,
he's
here
trying.
comes 89.
89's trying to do the same thing. 89 and River Page here. They all found this spot here in turn 3, I think.
I'm starting to think COT leagues may be the way to go.
You know, he didn't do it right. See, he just see it.
Disappeared. He
Back off
just
it, right?
disappeared. Now, if there
My
only being a
league
couple
organizer
seconds
brain is
left,
going crazy.
well,
Is that
practice.
Vargas there?
Yep, yes it is.
That's funny.
All right, gentlemen, who's taking fast lap? Or better yet, what do we think fast lap's going to be?
I think it's going to be in the 28. You might see someone try to pop a 27.9, but
well,
I think a 28.4 or 28.5 is going to be your best bet on this one.
I'm going to go with River Page at a 28.8.
28.8.
I could be completely wrong here. I have no bleeping clue.
I mean, I ran a 28.7 in the test car. So.
Well, we know your skill level. You're pretty good.
I'll throw out a crazy one. I'm going to put my money on the 99 car of Chase Schaefer with a 28.6.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to go with. I got to go with the pro, right? Is that even an option? Yeah, I'm going to go with Ryan Vargas, and he'll get a 28.5.
Well, we're looking at Vargas right now. We were talking with JD as he was in the broadcast booth for the Open. These cars get tight as heck in the turns. And Vargas will go a 28.55 with JD Laird right behind him at a 28.58. You would call what I just said. I did not win Wheel of Fortune. The Price is Right here. But he's on his second qual lap now. Looks a little bit faster. We're gonna see here as he's gonna.
And he's gonna go all the way to the apron here, try and gain some time.
And does he? He does not.
He does not. Goes about a tenth slower that lap.
Here's River Page in 3 and 4.
I did not call the driver on the pole, but I got my driver and their lap time correct.
Seems like that your first lap is going to be your money lap here, at least with the setup the way it is.
That's what it's looking like. And CJ Allman coming to the line to complete qualifying. He's going to go
29.069, dead last.
Well, his
Out of
first
the guys
lap,
that have laid a lap down.
first lap was pretty bad. Killed the
Yeah,
wall
I didn't
out
even-
of 2.
Oh yeah, and that's going to erase your time. Here's a 14 now of Charles Bachman. He's on his money lap here to 16 turn number 2. Yeah, and you have to use brakes here to get this car slowed down. There is no amount of coasting in these cars with the new Atlanta.
No, there is not.
Yeah, we're at
You mean you can't use the right
28.76.
front
Not bad. That's going to be right there in the middle of the top 10.
Yeah, he's currently 7th. Gonna try to improve that. Looks a little faster in 1 and 2. Gonna throw it into 3 and 4. Gonna try to reverse diamond it, but he's gonna stay middle. Now he's gonna cut down low.
Yeah, and it's hard, man. These braking points, these braking zones. I think if you see these guys perfectly hold it on the bottom line as he goes 2/10 slower that second lap, it's really hard to get into turn 3 and just be able to slow down. Because if you could keep it on that white and red line, you're gonna book it here.
The thing is, it's probably just very difficult to do it, or I feel like we would see more of them doing it.
Yeah.
So looking at Zach Mertez right now, he's on his flyer lap.
Yep, on the flyer lap. Oh, he hits
Oh.
the fence.
Doesn't look like there's too much damage on it. Might throw away this lap to try to put down a time next lap.
Yep, trying to get his speed back here, as you can see. Choosing the high lane to 3 and 4 again.
Yep, first lap was disallowed.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing about iRacing with the qualifying scrutiny. You hit the wall at all, and it's going to disallow your time. You got to put in a clean lap.
And let's see, out of turn 4, is he going to get tight?
Looks like he was able to keep it low for the most part, so good on him. Let's see what he does here at the line. Looks like a... Did not count that lap either? Did he hit the wall? Did I miss something?
I didn't see him hit the wall.
You got a time on him?
Nope, no, I do not.
Huh.
No time.
All right,
Here's
4.
David Cabrera in a matte black 31 car. Looks like it's
Yep,
just
in the
missing a
test car.
monster logo. Will he improve? Barely, as he just dies in the wall.
I'm going to call this car the test car.
All right, well, looks like everybody but Michael Eckhart has put down a time.
He is just now rolling. Michael Eckhart is just rolling out of the pits here.
He will be the last driver to attempt a time. What are we thinking? Top half or bottom half? Where is he going to qualify?
I'm going top half.
Yeah, I think he'll be in the top half of the field. He's usually a pretty good driver. I know he said his iRacing career is a joke last week, but...
That was funny. And everybody on All-Star 15 TV, Noah Wilson made some awesome radioactives. Go check them out after this All-Star race. You'll get an absolute kick out of them.
And he's on his fly here. Gets to turn 2 pretty good.
Oh.
He hits the fence, though. He got tight off of 2. But you know what? It's qualifying. You gotta go or go home, and he was trying to go right there.
That was a Hail Mary push. Obviously, this lap isn't going to count.
And here we go. He's going to try it again. Turn 2.
Oh, he's going to hit the wall in 1 and 2.
He hit the wall, and that's not going to allow his time. So, looks like it appears everybody's ready to go from what I can hear in the race. So, I believe they're just going to advance this thing, AJ.
Well, let's see.
Let's see if they decide to do that.
You have Eckhart at the end of pit road. There it is.
And they have advanced the session here.
Sweet. Let's party.
Looks like Michael Eckhart is going to be your anchor tonight.
All right. We are gridding. While everybody gets to the racetrack, gets to their cars, we're going to go trackside for the command by our good friend, Grayson.
Drivers, start your engines.
Tonight on All-Star 15 TV, it is the Thunderstorm League of Racing, the All-Star race from Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the front row, it is Ryan Vargas and J.D. Laird. Row number 2, it's River Page and Noah Wilson. Row 3, Chase Schaefer, Isaac Wilson. Row 4, Charles Bachman, Aaron Cavan. Row number 5, James Thurston and David Cabrera. Row 6, it's Devin Mosley and CJ Almond. Row 7, it is Zeke Willis, Zach Mertez. Shotgun on the field, the driver of the number 26 Budweiser Chevrolet, Michael Eckhart. All right, everybody, we have stages tonight, or segments tonight. That first segment will finish on lap 20, giving that winner the pole for the final stage. Who you picking? Who's winning stage number 1, Gary Wells?
Screw it. Give me Noah Wilson.
Ooh.
What do you got, Simon?
I'm going to have to go with River Page on this one.
All right. We're picking row 2. There you go. Who do you got, AJ?
I'm going to make the easiest choice in the world, and I'm going to say Ryan Vargas.
All right. You're picking the pro. That's okay. That's all right. I picked him on the pole.
It's usually a safe bet. Usually. But him and River Page were having a great battle in the Open tonight. Side by side for easily the first 15 laps. All right, here we go. Before we go green, I want to thank Peyton Sweet for all the graphics that were made here tonight. That beautiful swooping in graphic. Perfect touch. Appreciate you. Wish you were here. Green flag in the air at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it is the All-Star race underway.
Oh,
They're spun tires, both of them. They almost banged.
Somebody picked Noah Wilson, didn't they?
3 wide in the back.
Yeah, 3 wide here in the back of the field. Battle for the lead here off of 2. Somehow Ryan Vargas was able to keep it straight. Everybody's going 3, 4 wide in the back.
Uh-oh, what happened to Noah Wilson?
What did happen?
He is falling back.
Bumper cars.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit of damage on the left side, a little bit of damage on the hood, right side damage.
He's got a lot of damage.
As long as he doesn't have a meatball, I think he's going to be okay.
Oh, we've got a smoker, looks like.
Don't smoke, kids. Oh, not that kind of smoking.
Up front, it's Vargas, Schaefer, Page, 1, 2, 3, under a second, all the way up to 5th place.
Get those spots while you can.
Yeah,
that's right, while these tires are fresh.
Yep. Gary hit it right on the nose.
Look at Schaefer being able to keep up with Vargas here at the moment. That dirty air is not playing a huge factor. Yes, you see the 89. Looks like he gets up into the fence off of 2. Schaefer able to keep it on the bottom a little bit better than Vargas. Might get a run here off of 4.
Schaefer had a really good front stretch.
These speeds are just insane.
Yeah, these guys are going 208, 2010. I know that's not a thing, but 2010 mile an hour going into the first turn here. About 200 to 205 going into 3. But these cars, it is absolutely wild.
It is 100% wild as they're side by side for that front spot. Chase Schaefer to the inside of Ryan Vargas.
Looks like he's about to make it stick here. They push up a little bit. Schaefer's going to be able to clear him. Here comes Vargas with the crossover.
Who said these cars stunk?
These cars always put on some solid racing. They just didn't look great for some.
You know, Gary, ugly things can perform well too.
This is true. This is true.
Ouch, I felt that.
You know who we're missing out of this right now? Mike Robinson really loved the wing on this car. Shout out to him, by the way, for covering for me last week.
I like the wing before this.
We got a yellow. Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
David Cabrera.
Yeah, it looked like just that classic Atlanta push out of 2.
The right side of that car is destroyed.
Right side of that car, the rear end of that car is destroyed. I think he had a little bit of help after he bounced off the wall, though. We'll take a look.
The rear end kind of looks like
he had some help there from Michael.
You know, everybody does get a fast repair, but you definitely do not want to use the
Definitely don't want to use it on lap 6.
That
Isaac
too.
Wilson has almost the exact same damage.
Yeah, I think Noah's going to come down in here, and I think he's at least going to try to get his optional repaired. Maybe save that fast repair for the end of this thing, but there's a couple of guys out there with damage. Looks like we got a couple takers on pit road. The 22 of J.D. Laird, the 26, the 93, the 32, 31, obviously. Quite a few takers.
Well, you know what's good about caution laps not counting, right?
We can pull
Sit
people.
as long as you want.
You can sit there as long as you want, as long as they don't go green.
That's right.
But speaking of pulling people, that was a great idea there. Holy crap, Gary. Not saying you don't have many, but you know. Why don't we talk to Mr. Noah Wilson up in the broadcast booth? Noah, you're up in the broadcast booth with Gary, Simon, and myself. What happened?
Well, I think I misjudged. I practiced the outside restarts. I think I just kind of misjudged it. I think I saw myself next to a NASCAR driver and was trying to give all I got. But then going into turn 3, it looks like, according to Isaac, apparently we were 3 wide, and he just kind of washed me into the wall. So I'm a little bit down on speed, and I'm debating on when I should go ahead and use this fast repair. You know, we got 3 segments to go, so I don't know if I should save it for the last 15 or go ahead and use it now, but I think
Go ahead and at least get your optional in there for before the green here. I know I shouldn't say nothing because I'm a broadcaster, but
yeah, you're probably right. I need to go back to the back anyways, but yeah, I'm just kind of at this point playing the waiting game and just kind of making sure I can be there for the last 15 because I might go ahead and take myself out from winning a segment today.
Might be a good idea, at least for the longevity part of the vehicle, as you see the number 8 getting pulled down pit road now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just save the fast repair for now, since we have quite a bit of time to go and just want to be there for the end. The last 15 laps is what's important.
Absolutely, that $50 in that trophy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice when if you were to win being an owner, does Chase pay you or do you pay you?
Chase is paying me some good money. Yeah. By the way, this is a 7-minute optional, so we're gonna have to wait for the fast repair.
Yeah.
All right, Noah, we'll send you back down to the All-Star admin chat, and good luck the rest of the way, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's. Oh, we just had.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you very much.
I dig this new follower subscriber graphic there. That's
Who
pretty
was
sick.
it? Give him a shout out.
Andrew McCuster? Hopefully I'm saying it right. I am very poo-poo with names. Yeah, if you're watching for the first time, all you have to do is hit that sub button. Your name will pop up in lights just like that as we're getting ready to go. Pace car's about to hit pit road. Chase Schaefer and Ryan Vargas, your front row. And there goes
looks like
Vargas.
Ryan's going. I think one thing we'll have to watch out for in addition, I noticed this is the second, start in a row the wheels spin here. These guys have a lot more horsepower than what they're used to.
Yeah, no kidding. Andrew McCuster says, let's go, Zach Mertez. Mertez currently being shown in that 7th position as we are getting spread out very fast. Adam Page almost all the way up to the wall.
Yeah, got up very close to that outside wall there.
I said Adam Page. Adam Page is a wrestler. Dope. It's River
I
Page.
didn't want to correct you. You were going. I just didn't want to stop you. Oh, the 14 looked like he washed it up into the fence a little bit.
Charles Bachman gonna get passed by Devin Mosley. Oh, we're about to see 3
and
wide.
3 wide. They're going to make it through, though. They made it through that time. Oh, 14 up into the fence again.
And so's Eckhart. Got a nice battle up here with Mertez and JD Laird. Got to talk with JD throughout the full All-Star Race Open. Surprisingly, a lot of fun. I don't normally let drivers come up and hang out in the broadcast booth, but he knew his stuff. He was fun. He was a pleasure to have up here.
Yeah, and, I guarantee you, with him watching that Open, he probably learned a thing or two of what he could do, and right now, he's making that outside lane work pretty well.
Yeah, no kidding. We saw that in the Open that Vargas went straight to that outside, made a couple passes on that outside. But we're seeing it again with JD with an excellent run in 1 and 2 and immediately cuts the middle.
Yeah, but don't look now. That 20 car, Zeke Willis, he just took 2nd place away from Chase Schaefer.
In one quick move.
Yeah, and he is setting his sights on that number 7 car, Ryan Vargas.
I have him in the 26.
I know. 26-7, whatever you want.
Oh, Vargas in the wall. Oh, God. The whole top 5 in the wall.
Yeah, everybody was in the fence there.
Ball start, everyone but the center.
Look at Zeke here. He's trying to get to that back bumper of the 26. He's going to be able to get to the outside.
Now, here's the thing. We have a 20-lap first stage. We're halfway through it.
And these guys are going to be battling like crazy here these last 8 or 9 laps just so they can have a spot in that top 3 for the final segment.
But here's the thing. Is Vargas saving his stuff at all? Because, Gary, you mentioned the first 2 stages, you're just going to go. Maybe not pit in between, save a set of tires for a late race caution. As they are side by side in 1 and 2. Vargas in the 26th. Willis in the Home Depot 20.
Zeke is going to clear him. He does.
What a move. What a move by the Tony Stewart lookalike in that. Well, I would think.
We got a yellow. Another caution.
Just in time for the yellow.
Could be Joey Logano.
Oh, we got a big one here. The 14 up into the fence. The 32 of Aaron Cavan's able to avoid it all. Looks like a pretty massive wreck, though, on the entrance of turn 3 here.
Here it is. We're looking. Oh! Eckhart goes into the
Was
wall.
that some really bad net code? Nobody flipped. But, oh, my goodness.
That's going to hurt in the morning. We're going to jump on with Mosley here. Devin Mosley in the 5. Going to go far chase and see more of it.
Oh, there was a net code between the 5 and the 14, but you'll see it kind of started here with the 26.
Getting into the wall. Wow.
Look at Aaron Cavan. He just stays the thunder right through the middle.
Well, we're under caution for the second time in this all-star race. Putting lap 13 on the board, and we'll just keep resetting lap 13, lap 13. Boom. Until we go green once again. But
Looks
thank you.
like Kevin made a pit stop potentially, or is making a pit stop.
Simon, did you just open up a beer?
No, that was me coughing.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I'm jealous.
97's on pit road 2.
As much as I would like one, that would involve walking away. And how could anybody walk away from this pristine racing action?
Yeah, after a show that was the All-Star
And
Open.
you know, Zeke didn't get to keep his lead because, you know, when the caution comes out, it goes back to the last lap scoring. So Zeke is going to have to try it all again here when we get to this restart.
Yep. Vargas is trying to get the pace car to speed up a little bit. Want to thank everybody watching at home. If this is your first time on All-Star 15 TV, hit that subscribe button, like the video. If you're into some radioactives like you see on other forms of racing media, we have those too for the Thunderstorm League of Racing. The driver in the number 8 car, Noah Wilson, did a great job making those radioactives. Go check them out. They were a lot of fun to watch. I kind of laughed myself sick 2 days ago watching it. But yeah,
I believe the 26 is going to be choosing the outside lane here, if I heard him correctly.
Yep, once again.
For the restart.
He chose the outside last restart as well.
Yeah, these cars, and Simon, you might be familiar with driving the COT, I don't know, but I think they got about 850 to 900 horsepower underneath these underneath the hood here, and
yep.
It's tough when you're on a flat surface to make these tires grip and go here at the beginning. So it'll be another tricky restart here.
And they are not tame horses either.
No, they are not. I hopped into this car during the practice session a little bit, and it felt like I was in an actual race car.
Well, you
like
guys
just
were...
the sound of the engine was so high pitched. You know, you just don't hear that anymore with these cars.
It's
the current Gen 7 that we have, so it's
Well,
it's
you guys were
interesting.
talking. You guys 210 miles an hour in to turn 1. That's disgusting. That's
Higher in
almost
the
like Auto Club going into turn 1.
Yeah, well, with how banks are, AJ, it's pretty interesting to say the least going around this place in this car.
You can carry your speed if the right front can carry your weight.
That's exactly right. Pace car's in here for this restart.
Vargas with a big jump and
Oh,
all the wheels.
almost a spinner.
That was Chase Schaefer in the 99. And
Caution,
yellow's out
caution,
already.
we got a wreck.
Looks like Isaac Wilson. Did I get that right?
I think you did, sir.
All right, let's stack them up and go again.
Yep, we got... Oh, and he stopped. He stopped, and that's what brought out the yellow.
Interesting. Kind of surprised that he just came to a complete stop, but I guess in self-preservation it might not have been a bad idea.
Yeah, that way he doesn't involve any more cars there.
Or more
Probably
carnage.
a good call. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go green here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We're back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Thunderstorm League of Racing, the All-Star Race. Ryan Vargas, Zeke Willis gonna restart on your front row. You got then River Page and Chase Schaefer in row 2. Gary Wells, Simon Grill up up in the booth with me. What are you guys expecting as we're just about 5 laps away from the first segment?
Fast speeds and no grip.
That sounds about right. Gary, what about you? Bueller. Looks like Gary might have stepped away for a split second. But those lights are off on that iRacing Ford Mustang. This is going to be one intense restart, as we just saw. Isaac Wilson, Chase Schaefer, multiple drivers very squirrely on the restart. Simon, how do you kind of combat that?
Rolling into the throttle easy, but at the same time, if you're in the front and somebody behind you gets a better one, you're getting run over. If you're in the back and the guy in front of you doesn't go, but you have traction, you're in for a world of hurt. So your best bet is to just be patient with it and watch and react accordingly. I wish I had better advice, but that's all I got.
It almost kind of makes you wonder, too, what gear they're starting in, whether that's first or second. I feel like you'd want to be starting in second gear here, but...
With how sideways some of these guys are, I'd try third.
Yeah, no kidding. But that might get you eaten alive. Here comes Ryan back to the green.
Oh, a little bit better of a restart. A couple drivers a little cockeyed.
Oh, the 99 gives him Ryan Vargas a huge shove into one.
Quite the bumper.
There was a Pat McAfee moment there, if you know who he is.
Pretty good punt right there about Pat McAfee again. Oh, sorry, that was flashbacks.
Giving him the boot.
Das Boot, which Oktoberfest was last month.
Look at how close he got to that wall, but didn't hit it.
Could not have.
Isn't that incredible?
And Zeke Willis will lead a lap during the All-Star race.
Yep, he sure does. There's a little bit of a transitional bump there going into one. It used to be real big when the track was under the old configuration. So they kind of evened it out here, but it's still there, and you can still see it, Simon, as these cars are going into one, that transition.
He is just getting run over right now.
It feels like so many drivers want that turn 2 pushed out another 10 feet.
Yeah, when they narrowed up this track, they definitely made it challenging. That is for sure. Oh, the 31 and the 96. Big wreck into one. David
wreck.
Just said, screw it and send it.
Well, we'll go back to when this caution was called, but back to the front stretch. That 31 cuts the tri-oval. I don't know if that's allowed, but he cut it big.
Yeah, I know in a lot of these they don't allow that, but he's just said, I'm going to lick it like a stamp and send it.
And that's going to give some damage to the 26 along with...
that 96 as well, James Thurston. It looks like James is going okay. Obviously has some damage, very noticeable, but... I mean, yeah, he just kind of went in there and sent it. 96 was just trying to make the corner a little bit, and the 31, I don't know if he got on the brakes and pushed up, or just didn't give a crap and pushed up anyway. I'm not...
I don't even think we have 5 clean, straight cars left.
No, I don't think so. It'll be interesting to see what James does here. I think he looks like he's coming down pit road. He's making the move like he's going to.
And survey says yes, he is.
Yeah, it looks like Cavan's coming down pit road again. The 97 of Allman's coming down pit road.
Everybody's going to be
Is there a reason why he drives the Zaxby's car? I'm hating on it. I'm just curious because he runs it a lot. Does he just love the chicken?
No, he just knows that there's a couple big people up in the broadcast booth and they're always hungry.
Can you stop bringing that up?
Make that 3 guys, actually.
You're going to lose a broadcaster's chicken fingers if you're not careful.
You got to protect the McNuggets.
Oh.
McNuggets sound fine.
We are under caution once again during this all-star race. Up front, Zeke Willis, River Page, Chase Schaefer. That last one was for James Thurston along with David Cabrera. Now, back to that incident with David Cabrera. Cutting that front stretch, I can see why NASCAR doesn't allow it anymore, because it sets you up for such a bad entry into turn 1. Now, could that have been not happened? Because English in my brain right now?
Could that have been prevented? Is that what you're trying to ask?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think so. I mean, definitely for sure. But I mean, if they don't have a rule to enforce it in the league, then they don't. I mean, but it definitely could have been prevented if you would have stayed on the surface. By the way, I got an answer for you about CJ Allman, because apparently he was listening to our broadcast. Zaxby sponsors him in real life. So that is why he always drives his Zaxby's car. So there you go.
like
Crisis
that.
averted.
I like that. I actually have a friend.
You don't make us hungry up here.
I have a friend who I play Xbox with who is a branch manager at one of the Zaxby's down in South Carolina? I think it's South Carolina. Wherever Florence is.
Oh, there's a Florence, South Carolina, and a Florence, Kentucky.
Well, I know it's South Carolina then.
All right.
But we are getting ready to go green once again. You see the 20 of Zeke Willis take Ryan Vargas's kind of pack there and go to the outside for a restart. That's going to put River Page to the inside of row 1. Row 2, it's Chase Schaefer and Ryan Vargas. Row 3, Zach Merdez and David Cabrera. Guys ready?
Yeah. Ready? It's going to be a wild restart here, I think.
Well, hopefully we can get to the first segment before we really start losing drivers. And here...
Pace car making the safe dive off. I don't blame them.
And look at the 20. Willis gets one hell of a launch, but ooh, behind them. Looks like
Vargas struggling a little bit these last couple of restarts. I think he's going to be looking to get some tires here at the stage break.
He's also got a lot of damage on that right front.
Yeah, that's not helping his cause either. A little bit of rear end damage too.
That's what happens when you try and take the wall home with you.
I don't think he was trying to. I think he was just caught up in it.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he had a little bit of help with getting up into the wall on a few of those. All right, 2 laps to go on the stage here. Looks like a 3-car battle for second. Cabrera almost made contact with that 99. Almost want to call him the wrecking ball of the race here so far. Good old test car.
Yeah, there's David Cabrera. He's making a lot of headway here.
He's gonna get up to second here.
And I think this is the white flag lap.
This is the white flag lap at the stage of 99 dead sideways. I think he saved it.
Look at that save.
Oh, well, he disappeared. Okay, bye.
And he's gone. And there he is.
I don't think Cabrera is going to be able to catch him here. I think Zeke has got this one in the bag here.
And coming to the line, the winner of stage 1, Zeke Willis. Or not.
And I think they're going to wait for everyone to cross the line for the most part.
Now that will punch Zeke Willis's ticket to start pole for that 15-lap shootout. What a hectic stage 1. What a very hectic stage 1. What do you guys think, Gary?
Very, very chaotic stage 1 there. Glad to see, with these all-star races, the cream rises to the top. Zach being one of the consistent best guys week in and week out. And good to see him get the stage 1 dub here.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to queue up behind the pace car. You expect everybody to come down pit road, or do you think we're going to see some people gamble it?
I think we'll see some people come down to pit. I know Zeke just got an EOL here to start at the rear of the field, so...
Yep.
I think if I could see him, I think we should have an interview with him. What do you think?
Yeah. let's see if we can get a talking to Zeke Willis. Gonna pull him up in the broadcast booth. It looks like somebody already did.
Zeke Willis, Gary Wells in the booth. Got a copy.
Yes, I do. How you doing?
Well, congratulations on your stage 1 win. It looks like the car has been very slick and hard to handle out there in the first segment here. Talk about your race.
Wanted to start from the back just to have some extra entertainment, really. Kind of just wanted to come through the field without, damaging the car. Luckily, did that. I was watching a lot of people knock the wall down, so that was kind of just my only goal to not do that, and worked out. So we got a segment win.
Yeah, you're able to do that. And I mean, what have you noticed so far? I know you've been saying a lot of people getting up into the fence there. It seemed like, especially up off of turn number 2. Has your goal just been trying to, back up your corners a little bit and try to stay to the bottom as best you can?
I wouldn't exactly say that. It's more I'm just trying to put as little load on the tires as I can, because from that last 20 lap run in total, I can see that tires are going to be a big factor for this race. So I'm just taking care of them the best I can. Hopefully take care of me back.
Absolutely. Well, you guys got anything for him before we drag him back down here for stage 2?
Nah, good luck, brother.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All righty. Hopefully we'll catch you here at the end of this thing. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
So what do you think? He's going to start with the EOL for segment number 2. Who you guys picking for segment number 2?
Oh.
I know, I asked the tough questions.
A driver.
Okay, I also didn't ask for a cop-out.
Honestly, probably Cabrera.
Okay.
That's my final
I'm
answer.
gonna agree. We're gonna start cheering for the test car.
All right.
I'm going to go with River Page in the 89.
Okay, all right.
He seemed to be very, very fast, just caught in some unfortunate moments.
Yeah, he seemed to have a pretty fast car. I agree with you there, AJ. It's going to be interesting what happens here as they get back underway for stage 2. Looks like Cabrera's taking the inside lane, so nothing wrong with that.
But it's different than what we've seen the other drivers do. We've seen other drivers take that outside lane and get a excellent restart down the front stretch into turn 1.
Yeah, definitely want to be on the outside for the line selection going into the entry of the corner. But I mean, we've seen at Old Atlanta in the past where the inside lane has a pretty significant advantage starting on the inside. So maybe he's trying to transfer that over to the new one. We'll see what happens here. As we're seeing Thurston in the 96, he's also going to get an EOL. Just happened for this restart here.
And there he goes. Well, here we go. That iRacing Ford Mustang pace car hits pit road, and we are green once again. We're already 3 wide.
All in the back.
Bachman.
Team.
He's gone.
That's going to hurt in the morning, but he's off the track. Let's see if they call a yellow for it.
No yellow yet. He is rolling again.
Side by side for that front spot. River Page on the outside. David Cabrera on the inside. Coming out of turn number 4.
Looks like River Page going to get an outside run here, and he's going to lead the lap. Look at Schaefer coming from the apron here.
Oh, if I was Ryan Vargas, I'd be a little patient here.
Yeah, I would be too here with these guys. Teammates here battling side by side.
In the wall.
Cabrera up into the fence here. Oh, the 89 also up into the fence.
Okay, so the people we picked are, oops.
These guys are going to start riding us hate mail.
It's going to happen one of these days.
Yeah, unfortunately. But we're going all
these
the way
cars
to lap
look
40.
so smooth, but I tell you, AJ, driving this car, it is anything but.
Well, let's go right on board with Chase Schaefer to see how much he is twerking that wheel.
Looks like he's holding it pretty steady for the most part. Yeah, coming through here to the trial, we're going into turn 1. Pretty big, massive transition there. Hold a pretty steady
hear the
wheel.
tires scrub.
Yeah. Once those tires wear out, he's definitely going to be swinging a little bit more. But you can tell they are looking substantially into 3. And the way he's able to keep it close to that white line, Simon's pretty impressive.
It's true. And the sound of these motors.
Yeah, you can hear them screaming. It is incredible.
Can't tell me race car drivers aren't cowboys, because they're taming more horses than we could fathom right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh, we are getting spread apart. Are you guys kind of shocked by that? Because stage 1, we were all over each other, and now it is opening up.
You know, I'm not surprised that we're getting a little bit spread out. I think everybody realized stage 1 was kind of a demolition derby, so I think we might get a little more tame. Knock on wood, somebody.
It looks like everybody has damage, so I think
I think everybody's either used their fast repair or they're trying to save it for the end. So I think everybody's just a little bit of in a survival mode at the moment. I could tell you though, Aaron Cavan here in this 32, this might be an opportunity for him to strike. Him and Zeke, both of them, they hardly have any damage at all. So this might be the stage where they kind of step up a little bit, where I think stage 2, it might be a tire conservation type of game here.
Didn't Zeke Willis just get an EOL at the start of this stage?
I mean, you got to make your way through the wrecks and just take your time, and that's what he's been able to do. So
He's already up to 4th.
Yeah.
When you have a rocket ship, you have a rocket ship.
That's right.
Yeah, where's Elton John with Rocket Man? Oh,
We got a
caution on the
yellow,
racetrack.
yellow.
Let's see, who's it for?
The 26, Michael Eckhart. He's got substantial damage.
Oh no.
Looks like turn 2 got him again.
He was our last transfer driver out of the open.
Yeah, he had no control over that car through turns 1 and 2.
Oh, I thought he had it saved there for a second. He's just gonna cartwheel down the backstretch here. But he ended up off the racetrack, so I'm kind of surprised they called the caution there.
Well, I think also iRacing's able to see that obviously they go by the racing line, but I mean these guys were all over the backstretch earlier in this race, so doesn't fully surprise me that they waved the caution with him on the apron, because we did see a couple of cars get down there early on in stage 1, so on restarts and whatnot. So maybe that's probably why they threw it, but yeah, very interested with him being as far off the racetrack as he was.
We're under caution for the 6th time. Remember, everybody, caution laps do not count. So you're going to get 75 green flag laps to complete the event tonight. Yeah, very much guaranteed. Unless we hit the time limit, which I don't know if we'll do.
They only get an hour and 35 minutes, so they got about an hour left, a little less than an hour, so they better get moving if they want to get all these laps in.
Yeah, 59 minutes, 45 seconds. As I just realized, I have a time button too, along with laps. So there you go. I didn't know that. I just found that out now.
Hey! Score!
Kind of like the Monaco race this year. Let's start the race, and then it has to end within 2 hours, and they only get like 45 minutes of race time.
Oof.
You don't remember the Monaco Grand Prix? Oh. Gary, I thought you were an F1 fan. I know Joe is probably still watching. He's probably queuing up on the in the live chat right
I mean,
now.
I don't watch every race like I should, but I mean, I do like F1.
I'm waiting to
but
see
it's not-
Golf McLaren F1 pop up in the chat booth.
Right. He might not be here. I hope not.
What do you mean you hope not?
We hope for all the fans we can get, Gary.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, I just don't want him ripping me a new one here.
Oh, I would find it absolutely hilarious. I'll get the bell ring and everything. All I need is Michael Buffer at that point.
He said, "I'm still here." All right. Well, you know, I bet you right now that he is probably playing SnowRunner while listening, or playing Call of Duty, or painting, or, you know, all three at the same time.
And speaking of listening, watching, thank you everybody for tuning in to All-Star 15 TV tonight and the Thunderstorm League of Racing. Every Wednesday night, this wonderful league puts on an amazing show. Hey, what's going on, Dalton? What's up, buddy? Well, also want to thank our channel partners, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. There it is right on your screen right there. New episodes out every single Tuesday on their YouTube. And before we go green, it is wrestling over everything. If you're into any sort of wrestling, go check their Facebook page out. And we're about to go green.
We are about to go green indeed. These guys are revving up here. Chase Schaefer's going to be our leader.
And he's gone.
And he's already out of the ballpark. See ya. Bye.
I think he said bye, Felicia.
I think everybody in this race right now should be taking notes on the position to pick when they're restarting into the lead.
To the outside.
It has worked, hands down, every single time.
And you want to know the one time it didn't work is when the 31 took the inside lane on the restart.
Yeah, and it seemed to work decent for him, but he still fell back. But that's part of the game sometimes. Side-by-side battle between the 02 and the 20, the inverted people.
You hurt my brain there for a second, Gary. And I want you to know that.
Good.
Now, how good is it gonna feel? How good is it gonna feel if Zeke Willis can get back to the point and sweep the first two stages?
Won't that be something? What are they going to do? They got Plan B? How they're going to set the top three?
I say they don't give it to anybody.
I don't think they give it to anybody either. I think Zach should just get the $50 just for winning all three stages, because that'd be very impressive.
The best way to win is to break the system.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen Jeff Gordon do that with the Jurassic Park car back in the day, the T-Rex car. I mean, we've seen
good win.
Jimmy
Don't
Johnson do that
back.
many a time in the All-Star race. So,
So, I wasn't really into NASCAR when that happened. Explain the T-Rex car, like what happened.
Well, I mean, at the time, they Ray Evernham will tell the story better than I can. But basically, he was in a meeting. I know. You could YouTube it. But Rick Hendrick called a meeting. He called all the crew chiefs into a meeting, all the engineers, the engine guy, everybody into this meeting. And he said, I want you guys to build a car within the rule book that's the latest and greatest.
Wink, wink,
essentially.
wink. Within the rule book, wink,
Right.
wink, wink, wink.
So, again, in racing, as we're seeing a side-by-side battle here between Vargas and Schaefer here, in racing, and I love Tony Stewart's definition, you take, we got a yellow, we got a caution. Cabrera looks like he spun around, maybe.
What it's looking like.
Guess where it was?
On the
That
backstretch.
same old trouble spot. Yes, sir.
Ooh, he's gonna clip the inside wall pretty hard. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be painful. But he was able to make it. So
He should still have a fast repair.
Yeah, probably. And he might have some engine damage out of that, too. So he might have to come down pit road and
Yeah, and burn it now.
Unfortunately.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick couple-minute break. We'll be back for the restart and the finish of this T-Rex story.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
And we are back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the All-Star Race. Gary Wells, Simon Grills, and myself up in the broadcast booth. Lights are off on the pace car, getting ready for this restart. You have Chase Schaefer on the outside. Underneath him, it is second place driver Ryan Vargas. So, gentlemen, with 7 cautions in the 33 only green flag laps, are you shocked by it? Or were you expecting balls to the wall the whole way?
I'm just these guys kind of calmed it down for this second stage. I don't know about Simon, but I mean, we got some good green flag laps and some good racing too. So
Definitely good racing.
So
and it looks like they are getting ready to go green. Lights are off that Mustang pace car, AJ.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. These restarts have always been chaotic, especially with the drivers that have stayed out and are on slightly older tires. Wheel spin is definitely a thing.
It is definitely a thing, and you gotta remember these guys only get 4 tire changes, so they gotta be careful of when they pick their tires. That's another thing. Even though this is a 75 lap sprint, to an extent, they gotta be careful of when and how and when they take their tires. That is for sure.
Well,
pace car is in.
And green is in the air. Excellent launch by Schaefer, and here comes Page to the outside of Vargas.
Yeah, those are teammates, so I'm not too surprised. Maybe he knows the okie dokie and the signal to go on these restarts here.
Or they're just
maybe
in
a
a
little
chat
bit of a
together.
countdown. Yeah, exactly.
Don't ruin the conspiracy theories.
I just ruined it. Oh, they're 3 wide in the back. Here comes Zeke back down to the bottom as the 89's blinking all over the place.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
A beautiful pass executed by the 26.
26 or the 20?
It's probably
26.
the 20.
Back for 6th place.
Oh, that's right. There's 2
that's
26s.
26. Sorry.
I'm looking at the black.
Simon, we just thought you were drunk for a second. It's fine. We'll just call you Clint Boyer.
That would be an honor.
Looks like the 89 had a little bit of a run in the middle of the corner, but not quite enough to get to that 99. Zeke is going to try to get it in there inside the 89 there. Not going to quite get there on corner entry.
Just going to say phrasing.
You know, I get several layups for Joe to make fun of me during the broadcast, so this is another one of those times.
Yeah, him, Dalton, we're all probably laughing. Actually, hopefully everybody is laughing.
Hey, you know, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Looks like the 89 is going to be our new leader here. Took the lead from his teammate in the 99. Here comes Zeke Willis down to the bottom.
Yeah, if there's no way Schaefer's going to get to them, I probably would have tried helping your teammate.
Here comes the 26. Look where Eckhart came from here.
There looks to be an issue with the 99 of Schaefer.
Yeah, something there. Maybe he burned up his tires. But I don't know if these guys are going to have anything for this 89. The 20 and the 26 are going to have to work together to get up to the front. I don't think Michael's in the interest in doing that here. He almost got it up into the 20 there.
I thought he was about to kill the 20 there.
Here comes the 99 to the... He tried to get to the bottom. Couldn't quite get there.
Now, this means nothing for second place.
No, this don't mean a darn thing. Maybe, placing for stage 3, but... I mean, other than that...
And we're on the white flag lap of stage 2 here.
That was 2 to go.
It's 2 to go.
Oh,
okay.
I am wrong. Perfectly fine.
Sorry, AJ.
We'll find out here, though. Here comes the 89. He's able to scoot away from these boys here. Ooh, the 26 at the wall there, coming off a 4. I think he kissed it. With a kiss.
That's it. That's all it takes. Oh,
Here comes the 31 of Cabrera.
I was just about to bring that up. Hell of a run down the backstretch.
And this is going to be did the fight? Oh, what happened to Mosley? Oh, I thought he almost wrecked there. Good save.
Clapped the wall coming out.
Well, it's Devin, so there's probably always a good chance that he might have wrecked.
Yep. And coming off of turn 4 for stage 2, it's going to be the 89. Who called that? I believe it was...
thought I did.
It was AJ.
I thought that was you, AJ. Congrats on your stage 2 win. You get to interview him.
I would if he was in... Oh, he is in Discord. Okay. Cool. Shit, cool. I mean, crap.
Let me get slow down until to the pace car here.
Survival at its fittest.
That's what we're calling it now?
Well, it's what it seems like with all the damage we have on the cars. Honestly, put these cars on a figure 8 track.
Wouldn't that be
Well,
something?
actually, there's a figure 8 coming up in 2 weeks.
A what?
There's a 3-hour figure 8 coming up in 2 weeks.
IRL or in iRacing?
In iRacing.
Oh, you should get on that.
I have no clue what you're actually even talking about, so sure.
Our friend Brayden Laster is hosting a figure 8 race, 3-hour figure 8 race.
Virtual 180-minute figure 8.
That's insane.
We can't call it the 3-hour. There's some.
Oh, sorry.
There's some stuff.
Copyright.
The second annual figure 8 180-minute race.
All right, so now I'm gonna get a hopeful word with. Where'd he go? There he is. River Page. Hey, River, it's AJ, Simon, and Gary in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, pal?
I got you.
Holy cow, dude. That 89 is bad fast here tonight. Well, you kind of set yourself up nicely for the final stage. What's the plan for stage 3, though?
Well, right now I'm just trying to save a set of tires because they've been wrecking pretty frequently. So I'm just gonna try and have 2 sets in the last stage and be up at the front. I don't know. Obviously, I'm gonna be in the back here on old tires, so it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. But I think I'll be in the best spot possible with 2 sets at the end.
Simon, you got anything for our stage 2 winner?
I would just like to wish you congrats. Great
Thank
job
you.
saving your stuff, being there at the end when it mattered. Hopefully rolling off P2 does you well in the final stage.
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah. Good luck to you. Congrats
you.
on your stage win.
All right, River, thanks for coming up here and chatting with us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Wow. I wish I had iRacing at that early of an age.
Right?
I mean, I might actually be halfway decent if that was the case. Hey, I'm just saying, if I had a chance at a go-kart when I was like 4, like some of these people do, I could have maybe, probably not, have done something. I could have taken Joey Logano's spot. We're getting ready for stage number 3. That's going to conclude at 60. your stage 1 winner, Zeke Willis, and then River Page for stage 2. Who you guys picking for stage 3?
My pick didn't win, so I'm done picking. I'm just kidding.
Quitter.
You know, he looked good those last couple of laps. Give me the 26. Why not?
Oh boy, which 26?
The real one.
Oh, we have imposters among us.
The Eckhart one?
Yes, the real one.
Okay.
I'm
Simon,
sticking with Cabrera.
you gonna stick with
Sticking
Cabrera?
firm. I'm gonna hold
Sticking
out.
with the test car. I like it.
I kind of want to say Schaefer. Now that one teammate's in.
Think the other's gonna try to help the other here?
Yep. But there is damage on the right side of that 99. Hopefully that doesn't.
Looks like it hasn't been hindering him too much, though.
No.
Pace car off.
Well, I mean, knock on wood, Zeke Willis's car looks fine, and Noah Wilson went and got a brand new car as well.
Way to say it out loud. Broadcaster's curse.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Green flag back in the air. Oh!
Oh my Jesus.
15 in the 99.
Well, that was cool.
You're going 2 and 3 wide down the back straightaway.
If I was Mr. Zaxby's, I'd be like, pull the emergency chute. I am getting out of here.
He needs some of that emergency chicken.
What are you waiting for? I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
That was an Incredibles reference. I understood that.
I understood that too. That was great.
And then all I heard was Edna in my head. I was like, wow, you've gotten fat.
Oh, the
CJ Almond.
97 goes around and he saves it.
Holy
What
cow.
a save.
We saw that in real time right on screen. I was actually clicked on CJ there. Hell of a save.
What an incredible save by that 97 car.
What are those? And Ryan Vargas up front.
Meanwhile, back in the lead.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
I'm glad you got my reference. Oh, there goes the 31. There goes the test car. There he goes into the wall again off of 2. It has been a struggle for him. No caution yet. Kind of surprising. Did I say 32? I meant to say 31.
Aaron Cavan's the 32.
They're all cars.
Yes.
Out there.
Yes. You
Going
are
around the
correct.
racetrack.
Cue the Sheryl Crow intro.
Oh god, that song is stuck in my head now.
You're welcome. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Is it really Cars?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
I saw that movie in theaters when I was a child, and
Same, but I was an older child.
this is going to be the personality for the rest of my life.
I was like 12 when that movie came out. It was a great time.
I was 6.
I know. Let's not age Joe any more than what he already is. I know he's still listening.
Probably went to go get his walker. Holy cow.
Oh!
Holy cow, that came out in 2006.
Zinger!
That's been out for 16 years. That's not good, Cap.
I told you, my entire personality.
Man, we just got a zinger on Joe. You got your Walker old man and your drip pan. Okay, did anybody catch that Cars 3 reference there?
Mm-hmm.
Did he take his nap, you know?
Sometimes you gotta turn right to turn left.
Turn right to go left? That doesn't make any sense.
It didn't at the time. I was like, what the hell do you mean?
Oh, I thought the 20 made contact with the 93 there. Just kidding. I got excited for no reason.
JK. Well, they're about to. Because I feel like the 20 might push. Never
He's
mind.
going to hold it down there. And the inverted 20 is going to go with him. I'm going to keep saying that the rest of the league season now.
Oh, and now he's changing it up.
Uh-oh.
Now he goes to the high side. Oh, the 26 pushing up a little bit.
The 26, 26, and 20. Oh, here comes Zeke Willis.
He's going down to the apron. Oh, he got butted. Oh, no. Do they all save it?
Yeah.
Oh, that other 26 is broken.
The rear bumper of the 20 is destroyed.
They're going to have to call a caution.
They might have to do so. Oh, no. Oh, my God!
He needs to get off the track. And they might actually stay green now that he's off the track.
And his steering is
Keep her
destroyed
going.
on that 26 from what I'm hearing.
That thing is dead.
It is dead.
That's like Walt Disney dead.
That's very much so dead. Yes, absolutely.
Unless it's Futurama and it's just a decapitated head.
Oh, come on. So, Joe has replied with all the Z's in the world.
He's probably not impressed, and after the race, we're definitely going to hear about it, which I look forward to. And caution!
Caution's out! We have another incident!
I think it's Michael Eckhart again.
Did they throw it because of Eckhart? I don't know.
He is very slow on the apron. He's the only car
See
that...
if there's any,
Oh, he dead stopped and then jumped to pit road. And the minute he stopped on the access road to pit road, they called the caution.
Yep, I think that's right, because I don't see any other cars with issues, so that makes sense.
Well,
makes sense.
We're going to re-rack them and go again.
Yep, and we'll have 10 to go in this stage here, bud. About 9 to go, somewhere in there, so...
Well, I want to say thank you to Gary, Simon. It's been a pleasure having you guys up here. Simon, I've missed having you up in the broadcast booth, like our days from the Wheels America Cup Series. It's been way too long. Also want to thank everybody at home that has stuck around for this All-Star race. You had the Open. You had an intermission featured by both Radioactives from the Charlotte Motor Speedway and Watkins Glen International. You had a full episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, and you're currently watching the All-Star race in its entirety. But we are going to take a quick break to go thank our sponsors. We'll see you in a minute.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
And we are back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Right now, it is Ryan Vargas, Zeke Willis, and Zach Mertez up front. Gotta thank everybody, especially the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, where you just saw their open, along with Wrestling Over Everything. If you're into any sort of wrestling, go check out their Facebook page. It's a lot of fun, a lot of engaging posts, a little bit of smack talk, kind of like what you would see on a WWE, TNA, or AEW programming. But holy cow, it has been an absolute fun night. We're in Hamilton, Georgia, at this wonderful super speedway 1.5-mile track. Now, with driving both versions of this track, Gary, which one do you prefer? Do you like the old Atlanta better, or do you like the super speedway version?
You know, they're both nice. They both have their ups and their downs. If I were to personally pick one, I did love the old Atlanta better because it really just taught you a lot more throttle control. There were multiple lines. You could run plenty of room to run on this racetrack, where now it's kind of a hybrid between 1.5 miles of what you would normally do in a super speedway. So it's kind of less in the driver's hands, I think, on this new one. But this COT has definitely proven otherwise with these guys going as fast as they're going, for sure.
Well, Simon, we'll get your answer to that in probably just about a lap or two. Let them get underway. Let you form that answer as Ryan Vargas hits the loud pedal and goes, oh boy, Isaac Wilson with a huge...
Oh, well, you might get to have your career sooner.
And he's gonna get her going.
Good for him, man. Good for him. Oh, maybe.
I also want to give a huge shout out to Race Control, one of the admins. I want to say it's Chase Baker. Great job with letting stuff play out.
Absolutely.
As we're, I think, under 10 to go for segment number 3, do you think Vargas can get it and start third in the finale? Or do you really think Zeke Willis or somebody else can win segment 3?
I don't know. I want to say Zeke because, I mean, it looks like he's definitely got the better car overall, cosmetic-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like possibly a little more tire underneath him, but you just can't count out Vargas. He is just so good pretty much with anything that you put him into.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets a little bit defensive down the back straightaway because he's kind of anticipating Zeke to go low, but...
Well, he definitely tried to.
And he swept low right there, that's for sure.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah, don't look now, but it looks like we have a 3-car pack here for third, kind of lurking back here around a second back. They're trying to see if they can catch up to these top two. Mertez and Nola here.
This is a great battle for that top spot with just under 5 to go. We're right around.
Oh, Noah's in the fence. He keeps it straight, though.
He already used that fast.
Oh!
He used that fast repair, so he has to be careful.
Yeah, he has to be a little more cautious here. He's trying to go to the inside of that O2. He's going to get there. But it's hard to complete the pass. Where's that 96 going to go? He's got to run.
Thurston really not a factor in this All-Star event tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of been surprising, but, you know, this car is a little bit out of everybody's element, so... Oh, there he goes.
Ooh.
Oh, the 5! He's going to save it? What a save.
Gonna have a
maybe
entry.
not. Maybe not. He's going to use that 96 as a brake pedal.
I may have to talk to somebody about making a special 1 or 2 race appearance in this, because I'm getting jealous of everybody in this race right now.
Well, this is only a one-off with the COT.
Yeah.
They go back to their Xfinity cars next week.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Oh, side-by-side battle for the lead. It hasn't given up yet. Just now looking back at it here. Vargas and Willis going right back at each other. Look at that rear-end damage on that 20 car, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's amazing that car is still driving.
Well, it's got a little bit of an aerodynamic push.
Disadvantage.
You never know.
Might give him a little more downforce,
There
actually.
you go. That's exactly
Think
what I was
about it.
thinking. And next week, they go to the Dover Motor Speedway for 115 laps.
Yeah, Dover's a fun track. That's had some good success there.
Gary,
Never gotten to win at Dover yet, but it's a lot of fun.
Gary, you've had a success in pretty much every freaking vehicle you've ever drove.
No,
Right,
not really.
Hey, gotta lift the
I've
dude up
won-
every once in a while.
I've won in all top 3 series, but Dover's fun, and I haven't quite gotten the win there yet. A couple top 5s.
Got my first podium in a modified, I think it was the Tour modified, not the SK modified, at Dover.
And it looks like Zeke's gonna get it here. He's gonna start. He's gonna take one of those front row spots. So it's gonna be 2 guys. I think the 2 in the 89, or the 20 in the 89, rather.
So while they figure everything out as Zeke Willis takes stage 1 and stage 3, we will be right back.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We're back as pit stops are taking effect now. Well, why don't we see about talking to Mr. Noah Wilson?
Noah Wilson?
Yeah, Noah, what's going on? It's everybody up in the broadcast booth because there's way too much to introduce it to you tonight. What's going on racetrack? How is everything going to roll?
Everything's looking great now. I got my fast repair. My strategy seems to be paying off to wait to use that. I got myself in a great position to really go for it. I'm actually feeling pretty confident in that run. I found out I had a little bit more speed than I was expecting, but I did do a lot of practicing in 20 lap runs, so I'm feeling pretty confident going in.
So where are you going to start for this final stage?
I'll be starting in 5th place.
Cool. So what ended up happening with Zeke Willis because he took stage 1 and stage 3?
So basically, Zeke he just pretty much...
he's going to get the pole, but what happens
yeah,
with
he's gonna
that
get
stage
the pole,
3?
And then basically he just eliminated someone from getting it, but Ryan finished second, so he's going to finish third anyway, so...
Okay.
Basically just eliminates someone from getting that position and whatnot. So if Zeke would have swept all 3 of them, then we'd be lining up as normal here, if that makes sense.
And that very much could have happened the way he was driving.
Oh yeah, he's surprising me. I wasn't quite sure how he'd be today, but he's of course being Zeke, so.
Zeke being Zeke. That's got to be on a t-shirt. Hopefully he's watching this or listening to it.
Yeah. Right.
Put a Thunderstorm League of Racing logo on the back collar of it.
I will say this little secret to y'all. I have an extra set.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people do.
Yeah, you might be right. Thanks for raining on my parade, but I lost. My pit crew's going to get fired. I lost 3 spots in pit road.
Hey, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you're going to be far enough back so you're going to be able to not arc a break the rest of the field.
Hopefully not. 15 laps to go. It's going to be fun, AJ. Hope y'all guys are ready.
Yeah, we're ready, but good luck, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
That was Noah Wilson, the driver of the 8 Buddy Popel Insurance Services. There he is. That's not him. That's Isaac Wilson.
Any relation?
No.
You know? No? Okay.
No, sir.
Common last name.
Apparently. Wow.
Just like Jeff and Robbie Gordon.
Yeah, no kidding. I forgot about Robbie Gordon.
How did you forget about the GOAT?
Because I don't watch any other form of racing.
Oh, man. That man was a wheel man.
Don't
offend Simon like that.
Until you ticked him off, and then he was a wrecking man.
Came like a wrecking ball.
Ari created his own cautions, but we're not going to go there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hutchings.
I was wondering if we kept triggering him enough, he might actually talk.
You're talking about one of my favorite drivers. You're talking about one of my favorite drivers of all time there. IndyCar, NASCAR, off-road. Yeah. Throwing stuff out of his car to create a caution. Yeah.
The
Robbie
owner,
Gordon, y'all.
the
Roll
owner
bar.
of Hutch Sport Racing and Hutch Paints is joining the chat. What's going on, Joe?
Not much. Finishing up paints today. And you guys started talking smack about me, so I figured I'd jump up here in the booth. Thank Gary for that one.
I'm aware. I saw who invited you.
So you're not even here to participate in the best broadcast on this fine Wednesday night?
Oh no, I am now here. I am done with my work, and I'm here for the last 15, boys.
All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's get 2 more people and compete.
Well, you know, there's going to be a lot of action here these last 15 laps. And the lights are off on this pace car. So it's going to be a crazy 15 laps. We'll see who comes out of here with an unscathed race car, but
We
I
got
think
15 more
everybody's-
laps and about 4 more cautions.
Maybe 5, 10, who knows.
Oh, God. At that point, we shouldn't have any cars
Pace
left.
car making his way in.
Here we go. Excellent restart by the 20. Got a nice shove from Vargas right behind him.
Oh, the 5. Okay. He saved it, kind of. Jeez.
Man, we talked about it earlier, how hard it is to not spin these tires. Oh!
Oh, contact between the 5 and the 14.
Bring me my
Everybody's
brown
keeping it
pants.
straight. Hey, you know...
Pretty sure this
maybe-
20 car is going to be untouchable with that fast repair and some new tires.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat him for sure.
Another driver that took a fast repair was Ryan Vargas as well.
Yep, sure did.
Actually,
89's going to be pretty tough. So's the 96. Thurston, we haven't talked about him much, but the money's on the line now, boys, so he's ready to play. Oh, he's getting a little bit of a block from the 89.
I can hear Shane McMahon's music hit. I'm probably the only one that understands that reference.
No.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. I'm probably the only one.
No.
Uh-oh, my age is showing.
Your age is showing, and so is Joe's age, but we don't talk about that.
Don't talk
Unless
about
it's AJ talking about Joe's age.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, it's all in fun. It's all in fun.
At his expense?
There was no stabs, jabs, snaps, necks. I didn't bury the dude.
This is true. You didn't
Yet.
do that.
Yeah, we still have like a whole 2 more years.
Here comes the 96. What a move here on Vargas. He's going to try it.
Oh.
He's going to clear him.
Stick.
That Thurston is
Beautiful.
on a mission, man. That
Beautiful.
should have been a guy we should have been looking out for here for this final stage. You knew he's been waiting here.
I think he was just trying to keep his car clean.
I think so too, AJ. I think he's just been trying to keep his car clean, survive those first 3 stages, and had a really good pit stop. Restarted 5th, I believe. Oh, look at Zeke Willis throwing the block.
There's the bumper.
And a bumper too, yep.
Can
Starting to
Thurston
think
hold
one
it?
of those.
He's going to be able to hold it. Let's see how Willis is able to respond on this high side, though.
I think one of his pre-race trips to the moon.
9 1,000ths of a second for James there. That's how much he led that lap by.
Yeah, Simon brought up a good point there. I think Thurston probably came in the most relaxed with his frequent trips to the moon in practice.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's how you got to be for one of these things.
He was actually in space.
Right. Well, I mean, you have to be relaxed when you come to this thing. I mean, there's, like I said earlier, right? There's no points. You just get money and a trophy. I mean, that's...
Well,
and $50 is quite a bit in today's world.
Hey,
So,
50
I mean...
$50 is
How many
$50.
McNuggets that is? It's a lot of McNuggets.
That's what you were bringing up food, dude. I haven't eaten yet.
You did it to me all day, and now
That's a lot of Zaxby's you could get.
And here comes Vargas with another run. It seems like a driver can get to the lead, pull away, and then within a couple laps, the rest of the pack gets back to him.
Yeah, and we've kind of noticed that with the next gen as well a little bit, and even the Xfinity car. It seems like you could have a leader pull away by about a half second to a second, but the 3 cars behind them, they gather up into a little bit of a line, and they're able to keep up with the leader after that. So
It looks like they're not suffering from the aero push that the next gen car gets.
Yeah, that is
Notice
for
that
sure.
all race long.
They're just tight to begin with.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And we got 6 laps to go here for the money.
It's official. The COT is good.
The second version of the COT.
Stop talking smack on the first.
I love the first one, but everybody seems to hate it.
I think they should have kept the wing for the road races. That would have been interesting. But that
It
wing
looked-
was a hazard on the ovals.
It looked like a shopping cart. Thank you.
I love shopping carts.
Or a buggy if you're in the south. Yeehaw.
Willis, Vargas, and Page are all lined up for a run down this front stretch.
Well, I tell you what, that 96 is about to make this track 5 lanes wide with his
the
race
way
car.
that these cars sit down into the bump going into turn
Whoa!
one.
96 up into the fence.
That's going to give it to Zeke Willis for the time being.
Yep, side by side here for second. If he could just get a run right there off of 3 and 4, I think he's going to be okay. It's going to work out for him.
He's pulling
Top
away.
four in a battle with 4 to go.
Oh, he hits the fence again.
You do not want to do that.
Don't hit that. Don't hit that wall. It's been there for a million years.
The yellow flag.
Oh, we got a yellow.
Oh, Isaac Wilson.
Isaac Wilson again.
Oh, he's going to kill that turn 4 wall.
Oh, he's pulling a Steve Park. Oh, no, he's going the other way.
He sent that car to the BK Lounge.
Yes.
Dun-dun. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hutchins. I'll be here all week. I'll be here all week.
I thought you were about to play that Ricky Bobby graphic there.
He
for,
wasn't
for a
upside
minute.
down.
He almost was. He almost blew over.
We've already played it a couple times at the beginning of the show. All
Pretty
right,
great.
everybody. We will be right back. And hopefully we'll see the end of this all-star event so we could talk to our winner, trophy winner, and a $50 richer driver.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back, race fans, to Atlanta Motor Speedway. And thank you guys so much for watching here as we're getting down to the end of this race tonight. The 11th caution of the event here for the Thunderstorm League of Racing All-Star Race. Just want to give a shout out to our channel partners, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast and that Facebook page, Wrestling Over Everything. Thanks for all they do to support the channel and all the streams here. But we're getting right down to the end of this thing. Couple laps before green. Looks like pretty much everybody stayed out under that last caution. And CJ Allman's going to be up here within the top 10, it looks like. Interesting race. We saw Thurston lead a couple laps and trip over himself and get up into the fence. Now he's back to about that 5th position. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be able to come back. A little bit of damage on that right side, but still looks okay. Lights are off on the Mustang pace car. So we bring AJ and Simon back into the fold here. Simon, what do you think of this restart here?
I'm thinking Vargas is going to have a really good restart, just as he has all night. And I'm hoping that we can see the top 4, maybe even top 5, keep battling it out the way that we did for these last 5 laps, because that will make this such a nail biter for these last 4 laps.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Mertez there in that 0-2, he's going to be a little bit of a wild card. We haven't seen him much battle for the lead tonight, so the fact that he's up here in third with a couple laps to go, I think he's going to be one of the guys to watch.
Well, we got to take a look at a driver. He's currently sitting P4, CJ Almond.
You got to bring up the food car?
Being from the Northeast, that straight up looks like a modified race car.
Just about. He's still got the front end on that thing barely, but yeah, he's got the tires showing and everything.
It's keeping them tires cool, that's all.
Same thing with the brakes, because apparently you need brakes here.
Yeah, you do. So we're going to see this pace car make that wonderful left-hand turn off to the pit road here. And they're going.
Oh, wow.
Let them loose.
Inside line with the jump.
Yeah, inside line with a huge jump. Here comes Thurston. Look at that move he was able to pull. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, they're wrecking. Big wreck. You put $50 in front of these guys, and they're ready to go at it.
Mertez, Vargas.
Like Mertez, Vargas.
I'd race harder.
I'd race harder for a bag of chips. Here it is.
They were 4 wide right there, and it just narrows up a little bit.
Oh, bad start by both the 0-2 and Ryan Vargas, and they end up getting collected with both of themselves, and really the only two that wrecked on that.
Yeah, it looked like Thurston was just trying to avoid a wreck there, able to get his black flag clear. They were 3-4 wide, and track started to narrow up, and I guess Zach didn't realize that they were 3 wide right there going into turn 1.
Now, here's the funny thing. If they're still able to go, they're going to be 1-2 still.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, looks like the 97 here, under the caution, just tries to clean out the 96.
Take a look at that.
Looks like he was catching up to the field, and he was saying he hit the clutch instead of the brake. You can obviously see that here. I don't know if there was net code there between the 97 and the 96, but the 96 was an evasive maneuver there.
I can't make fun of that because I've done that.
I think we've all made a similar mistake before.
I've also pressed an e-brake button that I did not know existed.
You've also pushed other buttons on this broadcast that you didn't know existed.
Try hitting a headlight button instead of a pit road speed limiter during the 24 hours of Daytona.
Well, at least everybody down pit road could see you coming.
Joe, you flashed a whole
in all
pit
of his
road.
speeding glory.
Here comes our car. I don't know which one's that. The one that's flashing us.
Right.
Are you not entertained? But before we go off the air tonight, I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are going to Dover Motor Speedway. Dover Speedway? What do they call that now?
Dover Motor Speedway. You had it right.
Okay. I thought they changed the name for some reason.
Get it right. It's the Monster Mile.
Yes.
That too.
We're gonna say hi to Miles the Monster.
Yes, sir, we
I
are.
would love that trophy.
You want to get crab cakes?
Only if we're up in Maine or Rhode Island.
Oh, you don't want to get them in Delaware? Okay, 10-4.
No. There was a bad joke there, but I'm just gonna leave it there.
I think you should. I think you should.
Lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go green once again. When is that 20 gonna launch? There it goes.
Green flag, green flag.
You got the 2 monster design Fords right there behind this group. Zeke with a good jump. Thurston with a good push from the 99 going into 1.
Thurston's trying to pull
They're
in.
going to try to make it 3 wide. Here they go. Oh, he's in the fence. Oh, he turns to 20.
The yellow flag is out.
We're going to have a green-white checker, boys.
I think they're all green-white checkers at this point.
And River is very upset that he has to let the 96 by, but I think we have to remember the scoring goes back to the previous lap since caution laps do not count. So the 96 going to be starting first, and I'm not sure what happened there at the exit 2. Obviously, you see the 96 up in the fence.
Oh, we're gonna jump on board with that 96.
And he's up into the wall, so I think it was just one of those things. He was just trying to come down up off the wall, and just unfortunately right reared the 20 there. You know, these cars are bricks. And the way we've seen people tonight just get turned in the right rear, just spin around in general. I mean, these cars, when they get a little bit of air, they get very light, and they just lift up off the ground so easily.
Now, how are we looking out on race time? Because we got to be getting close to the time limit.
We got 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to.
I can't do it as well as you, so.
Years of practice, my friend. Years of practice. All right, looks like we're gonna have another pit. Never mind. And it's gone.
They cut the lap. I saw that there. Chase just put in the code for it. All right.
Speaking of
And
codes,
I tell you what,
I don't need to use those codes no more because now I have a button box.
button boxes are great, aren't they?
I haven't used it yet.
But you will.
I will. For a couple weeks.
You'll find another use for it.
Yes.
Yeah, the 24
Maybe-
hours is coming up.
Maybe for driving. Oh,
You can use it for broadcasting too, but
you could.
know.
Oh, I didn't even
That
think
is
about
true.
that.
That'd be too obvious.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Come on, give me some
Yeah,
credit.
too obvious.
I am giving you credit.
We're trying to think outside of the button box.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Damn it,
I
Simon.
see what you did there.
I know, I should retire.
Go to sleep, Simon. You're drunk.
Well, these guys are going to do a lot of banging here this last restart.
All right. Do you think we're done with the recce's? Or do you think we got a couple
No.
more? Okay.
I think we got a couple more. We got 3 attempts at a green light checker. They're going to use all 3 of them. Somehow, some way. Pace car's off. I think Thurston's your leader. He's going to go. He said bye. See ya. Time to go.
Goodbye. I hit the gas pedal now.
He's got the 99 with him. They knew when to go.
It's almost like they're teammates.
I don't think they are.
Is Thurston in there with him?
The 89 and the 99 are.
That's who I was talking about.
Oh, what a block! What a block by Thurston. He's going to get the bumper. Oh, they all wreck. Oh, they save it, though.
They're all
No way.
And they're all
Here
still
comes the
going
99 with the
way?
bumper. The bump and
Here
dump
comes
and
the white
run.
flag.
Oh,
The next flag's gonna end it.
is JD gonna go from open broadcaster to?
Open winner? I mean, I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean,
If he's got a huge run down this back straightaway with Noah Wilson in tow. He's going to have to send it here. And I think he will for $50 and a trophy. Here he comes. He's going to get the bumper. He's going to give him the bumper. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Oh, that's too close. I think it was the 99 there.
And Chase
Got it by 81 thousandths of a second as they all wreck at the end. What on earth?
Well, you got the 2 teammates right
Oh,
there.
oh.
Oh,
You got the 2
I think
teammates
that-
there.
I think the 89 was mad.
post-race activities?
I think he was a little upset there.
Post the 89.
Yeah, 89
Can we
just said,
see the
I'm
whole
mad.
field in the hauler after the race?
Well, there's
I'd like to see the
99
owner,
and
the
the
crew
89.
chief, the spotter, the driver.
Everybody in the audience.
Right.
We would like to see the entire attendance at the NASCAR hauler.
Could you imagine?
No, they probably wanted to when Gordon won Talladega back in, what was that, 04?
04, yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Gary, you ready to talk to our winner tonight?
Sure, pull him in here.
Let's get him up here. Here is All-Star winner Chase Schaefer.
Chase Schaefer, the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Hey, man, you won this race. Walk
Yeah.
us through those last couple laps there. I know the 96 threw on a big old block there coming to the white flag, but talk about your race. You played it safe all night long, and you end up winning $50.
Yeah, I did not want. Hold on, I got me chat. I don't want to put this out here. That's gonna make me look really bad, but I don't care because I was driven through all race. I ran up the track multiple times and all that, and that's definitely not how I wanted to race. Because I was actually even voice chat with the 96 and the 89, and they are not happy right now. But I had enough that whole race. I really wanted to win, and I was not a fan of this combo, and I just got driven through the entire race. And so when he threw that block all the way down, that was never my intention to dump. And I'm pretty sure if you look at the replay, I like barely tapped him. I just wanted to give him a little bump, but I definitely didn't want to win like that. But at the same time, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and I was not respected that race. So it was a good race. I think the combo could have been better, but I'm happy I won that.
Yeah, that contact post race between you and the 89, I'm assuming it was probably because the 89 was a little upset with how those last couple laps went down.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't care. He actually ran me up the track earlier too. So I mean, there's me and Ryan Vargas were battling those closing laps, and I did run him up the track. But there's a difference between running them up the track like that. That was hard racing, and then just completely just dooring them, which had happened to me multiple times that race. So, I mean, like I said, I don't like to win races like that, but I said in those last laps, if I'm gonna start putting my elbows out.
Well, and you sure did there. I mean, but hey, you got the $50, you got the trophy, and you're the All-Star winner.
Yep.
We go to Dover next week as we transition back into point racing here and the big picture at hand. What do you think of your chances there at the Monster next week?
Well, I mean, I like that track, but the Xfinity cars are really tough there. Definitely gonna be. I feel like that right front and that right rear, one of those two are gonna get really worn out. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I mean, I'm on a good streak right now. I won Watkins Glen, now the All-Star race, so we'll just have to see.
Definitely starting to develop a hot streak. AJ, Simon, you guys got anything for him?
No, when it comes to winning $50 in an all-star race, it's steering wheel or checkers at that point. And congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thank you. Again, did not want to win it like that, and especially because I knew that's probably how it's going to come down, with someone who's going to wreck someone for the lead. But when he threw that block all the way to the inside, which I think anybody would have done, I wasn't gonna take that, especially with how I was driven through the entire race. So it's nothing personal to him. Like I even said after the race, immediately after, I just kept silent until he checker flag, and the first thing I said was, that's not how I wanted to do it, but that's how I was driven all race.
When it comes down to it, when you're dealt a certain set of cards, keeping them in your hand doesn't do you any good. Might as well try and play them. You did great, buddy. Great race. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right. That was the All-Star race winner, Chase Schaefer. All right, Simon, we'll give you first cracks at our second place driver, JD Laird. Go ahead for our second place driver.
Well, congratulations on second place. I know that there's no check involved, but it's still nothing to sniff at. So why don't you walk us through that last restart from your point of view?
It was entertaining. I guess that's one way to put it. I kind of figured with the players that dealt their hand with all the tires at the very end, I figured it was going to get very, very spicy. I didn't expect the spiciness to go my way. I was expecting to go up in the air, catch fans, sky ground, what have you. But I'm not going to make a comment on what happened in front of me on the white flag. I think everybody else can make their opinion about it. But it lucked into our favor. And then at the very end, it's just... I should have been 1,000 times more aggressive. I should have gone right through him, but I'd rather be the honorable guy because I figured if I didn't move him good enough, I was going to get splattered anyway and be really pissed off. But in the end, I mean, we don't come back with a trophy, we come back with a steering wheel. But it is what it is. It was an okay event. It was a really, really hectic, but yeah.
Well, again, congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Once again,
Go
thank you
ahead.
for being up here. I appreciate you up in the broadcast booth for the Open. It was a lot of fun. And if you ever get tired of racing, hit me up. We'll get you on more broadcasts.
I appreciate it. Hopefully, I don't get tired of racing and I just retire from sim racing. Because I'm old. Like I'm a speed limit. I'm 35. I feel like I'm racing against people a third of my age. But yeah, I mean, if I hang the steering wheel up, I mean, I got spotting duties with people that are in the Coke series. I guess I'm halfway decent at yelling during a broadcast. So at least I have that. But I'm gonna be that guy and just plug all the cute little pixels on the car. I gotta plug Aquatech Glassing and Anderson Surfboards. This scheme is a somewhat memorial scheme. I ran it last year. It's got angel wings on it because the man that owned the company passed away a couple of years ago. So at least the wings were with me. It was just I'm too nice of a guy. And then I gotta thank Valvoline, Langford Farms, Spirited by Brad, JDR Graphics, Simpson Race Products, Jake Swanson's Shock Technology, Connecticut Realty Trust. You guys putting on the broadcast. I know it was a long day because it's for me it's 8:00 and this started 2 hours ago for me. So I appreciate you guys, everybody in the admin booth for doing what they do and giving us a chance for us to drive our desks and our pixelated polygon machines to the full extent of mediocrity.
That is the best explanation I've ever heard.
I can't. How do we follow up with that? I'll see you next week, JD. We'll see you at Dover.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
See you later, JD. All right. And let's talk to league admin and driver of the number 8, Buddy Popel Insurance Services, Chevy Camaro, Noah
That's a
Wilson.
mouthful.
Well, I always got to plug that.
It's actually the Impala just saying right now. Today was the Impala.
Yeah,
It is the Impala today. I mean,
not used to it being an Impala then. So, what's going on, Noah? What a crazy last lap. What are your thoughts as you pretty much saw everything happen in front of you?
I thought I was about to be called out by Kyle Busch, saying I backed into a win here. I kind of thought JD was going to probably be taking the favorite states going into the last flat or the last corner, thinking maybe they'll spin out and I'll just back right into this race. But nope, that didn't happen. JD was being, who we know JD is a very, respectful driver, respectful person, and he just kind of let him have it. He was just trying to do it the right way, which I commend JD for. But of course, being a third place guy, you're like, why didn't they both wreck? But overall, I think I'm really happy with this outcome. It started so bad, and this was a very good comeback. To say I finished third amongst our best drivers in this league, it feels very accomplishable. Is that a word, right? And
sure, I've been making them up all night too, so don't worry about it.
But no, I feel really happy with the performance of how well I drove today, and hopefully I made my grandfather proud with putting his car up here in third place in our all-star race. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about so far.
All right. Anybody got anything for Mr. Noah Wilson?
Dover next week, bud. We go back to point racing. What are your chances?
Well, what's next week's Talladega, isn't it?
No, it's Dover.
Is it Dover?
Oh,
Dover,
so
Dega? I don't know.
Yeah, so Dover, I will be race controlling that, but you'll catch me again at Talladega because, I love my restricted plate races. So you'll see then AJ, you'll see the Buddy Popel Insurance.
Well, okay, your next race. Talk about Talladega. What are you looking forward to there?
Having fun, honestly. I'm not racing for points. I love Talladega. I love Daytona. So I'm just going to go out there, have fun. Maybe push one of these guys for their first win and lock them in for their next all-star race, whenever that may be. But, yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I'm going to do. Just go have some fun.
All right, brother.
Right on.
Awesome job with everything being set up tonight. We had an amazing open. We had both radioactives. We had a whole freaking episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast in the middle of this. And then we had the all-star race with pretty much a gladiatorial battle on a racetrack.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the stream. I'm just to see what happened, what was going on up front when I was in dead last for 40 laps. But it's all right.
We're going to be a couple minutes shy of a 4-hour stream.
Amazing. We need to make a 5-hour next time.
It's okay. You'll never reach the 12 that I did at Sebring, so. you can thank Joe for that one. But all right, Noah, thank you for chatting with us.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having a good broadcast again. I can't wait to watch it.
All
It was
right.
fun.
Yeah, man, for sure. We'll catch you next time, bud.
Yep. See you, buddy.
All right. Gary, final thoughts, go.
I mean, the racing spoke for itself. It was fantastic, action-packed all night. It seemed like nobody really had an advantage. And, you know, at the end of this thing, you got to do what you got to do to throw that block late in the race. We kind of figured that was going to come from James, and, you know, it just didn't pay off in the end, and we saw Schaefer pull out the dub, but good win for him and his team.
Simon?
Phenomenal action tonight. I never regret hopping in on a stream with you. Being in the broadcast booth is so much fun, and these guys put on a great show. Action all night long. Never a dull moment. It was great.
And do we throw it to Joe, even though he was only here for the last segment and a half? Yeah, screw it. Why not? Joe, for what you saw tonight.
Highly entertaining racing tonight. I watch this stream Wednesday nights when I'm doing some of my work, and it's never let me down. So these guys put on a good show tonight, and it was really, really entertaining.
Well, I appreciate all three of you being up in the booth with myself. This is one of my favorite leagues to broadcast, my Monday night league and then my Wednesday night league, and look for more down the pipe with a lot of other talent on the YouTube channel. But for tonight, for the Thunderstorm League of Racing, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, Wrestling Over Everything, I thank you for tuning in to All-Star 15 TV. Stay cool, stay safe, and don't do anything stupid. See you later, everybody.
Don't be an AJ.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.